sun's out. La 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 la. And it feels so good. La 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 la. On the right side. La 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 la. And it feels so good. Let's go. La 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 la. Praying hands to the Father. Oh, way too good to be bothered. Oh, living life with no stress. Yes, every minute's my best. Yes, feel like I'm winning the lottery. Buying my mama a house is harder than pottery. Winning it just like I oughta be. Things looking up, up. I'm living on the bright side, looking for that good life. Everything is alright, riding on that golden wave, swimming in the fresh blue, pussy feeling brand new. Sun is about to break through. Ooh, I love the world today. I'm living on the bright side. 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 It's that tank top weather, oh. All my friends get together, oh. Feel it couldn't be better, yes. Tell me this is forever, yeah. Summer days they're getting hotter. She getting up out the water. Baby is beautiful, so that's the future is wavy. Colors are crazy. I'm living on the bright side, looking for that good life. Everything is alright, riding on that golden wave, swimming in the fresh blue, pussy feeling brand new. Sun is about to break through. Ooh, I love the world today. I'm living on the bright side. 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 The chemistry is right. I'm feeling so alive. Dreams flying in the sky. And I'm never coming back. I'm living on the bright side, looking for that good life. Everything is alright, riding on that golden wave, swimming in the fresh mood, pussy feeling brand new. Sun is about to break through. Ooh, I love the world today. I'm living on the bright side. 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 The sun's out. La 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 la. And it feels so good. La 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 la. On the right side. La 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 la. And it feels so good. Let's go. La 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 la. Praying hands to the Father. Oh, way too good to be bothered. Oh.
What kind of mic? Okay.
Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. What's up, everybody? How you doing? You already know what time it is. We're here with some lovely people. Hey, Brandon.
What's going on?
What's up, Pat?
How's it going?
Hey, Mary.
You miss me?
You know it. So we're here today, and I want to give a shout out to everybody that's checking in. Check in right now. Please, stars and hearts and all the other stuff is very, very much welcome. Shout out to R39 Productions for having us on the show tonight. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to get into this situation that we got going on. You hear me? Okay. Brandon, how was your weekend?
This weekend it was
I just got to know.
difficult weekend. Very difficult.
Oh, okay. Very difficult.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get it together.
Oh, well, that's half the battle then.
Yes, sir.
Pat, how was your weekend?
It was good.
Okay.
We're gonna sit here talking about how we work hard, but we were on vacation, so tough start to the combo, I guess.
Oh, okay. Mary, how was your weekend?
Well, us and a bunch of other lawyers. By the way, Pat is not my husband. Just to clarify, we all went on a vacation to St. Thomas, so it was good.
St. Thomas.
Is that
Yeah.
an
St.
island or
Thomas.
something like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've never been.
Me either. It's an island.
Right.
No, it was fun. It was they're long work weeks, so it's nice to get away every once in a while and get a tan.
How to do that?
Not all of us are naturally tan. I gotta try harder. I gotta try harder than you.
You know that's right. Volleyball season coming up, Mary.
Yeah. I know.
My weekend challenging. I'm gonna tell you this. I love my job. I love the kids I work with, but it's challenging. These young kids. I want to talk to the people at home right now. I'm looking at y'all. Please talk to your children. I want to say that talk to the kids. It starts at home, you guys. I really believe it starts at home. The kids should not come outside wearing scrubs, pajamas, stuff like that. When I went to school, I just want to give everybody, let's do a little soft opening. When I went to school, we had to dress up. I was happy to get the nice tennis shoes, dress slack, stuff like that. Every now and then, But,
Right.
Then why are you in a hoodie?
Well, right
He's
now,
dressed all fly.
Can't say that's why his name is Stay Fly. He stay fly. But I was paying attention. I was picking up kids. I'm like, whoa, they come out here, hair not done. I'm being serious. I was like, come
Oh,
on.
you're showing your age.
Yeah, 51, looking good still.
These damn kids.
Yeah,
They don't want to wear clothes.
But it's just something. It's something.
Them scrub, them pajamas, the slides, that stuff, the hoodies, that stuff is like, it's obnoxious to me that they feel that that's okay. But the truth of the matter is, the society has changed a lot, so people have to change with the times. I think it's more so about what their children want versus what the parents actually want for their children. So I think that's just what it is nowadays. Let them be comfortable, and as long as they're getting the work done or the job done in school, then that's all they care about for the most part.
Wrong.
I'm just saying that's what the
Wrong.
parents feel. I don't disagree with you.
Wrong.
I'm in agreement with you. I'm just saying that's the mindset of the parents today.
Rest in heaven to my mom. She didn't play no games. You walked outside. What you doing? You walking outside going to where? To school like that? Hair not done? No. Barbershop every week. Got to make sure you got laundry day. Hang up your clothes.
Fortunate.
Yeah, I'm saying though, because high school. I'm not talking about grade school, y'all. High school kids should be on a way different level. We should be dressing for the ladies up in there. The little teens. You got to ask her out for prom, stuff like that. You do that?
I've done that. Why
Did
would
you
I
do
be
that?
doing that? That's what R. Kelly got accused of.
No,
doing
I'm
that.
not now, but I'm saying you done that, right? You got
Yes,
all spit.
yes.
Where you come from? Where I'm coming from? Then
I just
don't
told
see
you
that.
I agree with you.
No, I'm just saying. You
I
come
agree
from,
with you.
Paul, didn't you go to Carmel?
Yeah, I went to all private schools.
Privileged.
North Chicago, Holy Rosary.
Fortunate.
Hey,
Fortunate.
Holy Rosary. But let me tell
Everybody's
you,
not fortunate.
they ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
I see some
I do.
kids go to Zion right now, clean, decked out,
Right.
looking good, got the vest on, looking good. I'm just saying.
Get it together at home.
That's it. Sometimes, some of us go out to the club looking good. I'm just saying.
I think hoodies are pretty classy, actually.
Right,
myself,
I mean,
I'll throw that out there.
I'm just
you got the Mr. Rogers neighborhood version on.
I'm so jealous of that. Look at his buttons. He's got black buttons. I like this.
Nice.
I'm like jealous of Europe.
Right, all right.
I tried. I was going to be in front of a tough crowd.
Okay, we're going to get right into this tonight. We got Mary Cole. We got Pat in the house. And we're going to do what we're going to do.
Beatrice. Remember they said, he said Beatrice.
Better yet, once you check her out, say hi to her. Let's
Hey,
check it.
How you doing, Beatrice?
Yeah,
Hi, Beatrice.
Yeah, she's tuned in. Share the video if you.
Beatrice, I understand.
He said Beatrice.
Boy, it's crazy.
Seriously.
Well, let's get into this though. We got some serious grounds to cover here. We got some top-notch attorneys in the house. I just want to let y'all know that right now to the people at home. Pay attention.
If you're getting in trouble,
Yeah.
there you go.
So this question is for Mary. We're gonna kick it off, ladies first. Pat, tell me just a little bit about yourself, credit score, stuff like that.
Credit score.
Just something small.
We own a law firm, Brady Cole Trial Lawyers.
Keep it on the eye.
Mary Cole. is the me in the
Okay.
Brady Cole.
Okay.
Former prosecutor, former public defender. Did a little family law at one point. Sorry, not in the microphone. What else have I done? Victim advocate. I don't know. I've been working the criminal justice system since I was like 23. I'm 42. You do the math.
19.
But I didn't go to law school till a little bit later. Love criminal law. Passion for helping people. Grew up in the area. Grew up in Deerfield. Lived in Southern Illinois for 11 years. That was fun.
Okay.
There's not much more to get into
Right.
now,
Good,
but I'm
good,
sure
okay.
we can dabble into more.
Yeah,
If you
we'll
wanna
dabble
keep
in.
it
Yeah,
short,
yeah.
we
That's
wanna
just
keep
a
it
small
short.
introduction.
Yeah,
That's it.
Just
Brand, that was just small. Something
know.
slight.
yeah.
Right.
Come on, Pat. Give me something, man. Same question. Come on.
Same question.
Same
All right.
question. Come on with it.
You go.
All right, grew up in Crystal Lake.
Ooh.
Irish family.
Speaking to the mic a little bit so they can hear you
Irish
out there.
family. Dad was a cop. Most of my family members, cops, firemen.
Ooh.
Just Chicago Irish family.
Hey.
Went to college at SIU for a semester. Wasn't ready for that shit. Went to MCC for 2
That's where I was
years.
in 11 years.
McHenry County College. Learned a lot of good, valuable lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Illinois State. Went to law school. Wanted to be a prosecutor. Do kind of law enforcement thing. Did that. Loved it, being a prosecutor.
Right.
And then, I don't know. I don't want to say I got soft, but I felt like I could do more as a defense attorney. That's just kind of where my heart turned, and here we are. And there's selfish reasons. Don't get me wrong. There's
Shit.
selfish reasons owning
I
a law
know.
firm, but here we are.
Pat's talking on the Real Talk podcast. He's talking that. He's talking that talk.
Yeah.
Just letting you know what you think. So what you heard so far? What you think so far? Just give me
So
a little
far,
something.
it's a great introduction to
Okay.
them and what they went through to get to this point now. That's it.
Okay. So we're gonna write to question number 2. We're gonna just get right to it, okay? We
Go ahead.
we can? I'm gonna just get right on, okay.
Because I don't got no questions just yet. I don't got no questions just yet.
So Pat, you did say you went to what school that was SIU? What grade school was it? So can I go back and say your grade school to high school? You give us a little bit of some of that?
Woods Creek Elementary and Crystal Lake.
Okay.
Londall Middle School, Crystal Lake South, Gators High School,
Oh.
Carbondale for a semester, MCC for 2 years, Illinois State, then Chicago Kent Law School.
Look at there. Beautiful. Beautiful.
He you know what? He got a thing for grade schools for some reason. He just be wanting.
You know why? I want the community to know who Pat is.
Right.
Pat went to grade school.
Everybody
Grade
did,
school.
man.
He went to high school.
This guy.
He furthered his education. You get what I'm
I
saying?
love you, man.
I'm trying to
Dude
tell
is
you.
off the chain.
I want you to understand
He
this.
went to grade school. Of
You know what I
course
mean?
he did.
Yeah, he did his thing, He didn't skip. It wasn't always easy. This is the
Oh, my
story.
goodness.
Well, anyway, we having fun, but
So we need to check and make sure
Not
Brady's
Not quite
mic is
fancy
off.
caramel.
I think Brady might be off. Okay. All right. Thank you.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And,
So what grade school you go to?
well, I went to all Catholic schools. I went to Oil
Did
Lake.
you?
Yes.
Are you Catholic?
No, I'm Pentecostal.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Do you know what that is?
Good.
Okay.
Well,
Let us thank the audience. So shout out to everybody in the audience that realized that the mic wasn't on. We appreciate you guys so much.
who
Great
that is,
audience.
Juanito. Big shout out to Juanito. Thank you, Juanito.
Okay. So he was all Catholic and he's a Pentecostal.
Miss Steph, how you doing? Pat and Mary both are solid people. Look at it already.
Hi.
Did you see that?
Yeah, they checking in. They checking
Did
in.
you
They
see
love
what she
you
said?
guys.
Tawana, you heard what she
Yeah,
said?
I read what she said.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't hear it. I heard
Well, say it
I
out loud then, like you're proud. And look at them right quick. Go ahead. Look at that. We got Beatrice. Say it. Beatrice sent us 100 stars. God bless your heart, lady. There we go.
Thank you. Shout out
Way
to
to kick it
Beatrice.
off. Them taxes dropped real hot.
Not for 100 stars. I think 100 stars is like maybe $1.
It don't make no
That's
never
not-
mind.
I
We gotta
love
get
it.
something.
Yeah, something better than nothing.
Right.
I think that's the first off. That's a special shout out to her for sending those. That's the first person
Right.
to send the stars tonight. So we
Right
definitely
now.
appreciate it. It goes a long way to us. At least for me, for sure.
You know it. And Reginald Matthews. Here come the judge.
Where he at?
Here come the
I don't see
judge.
him on here.
Check it out. Here come
He
the
ain't,
judge.
he ain't saying nothing
Here
yet.
come
Didn't
the
you?
ju- Yeah, I had him on last year.
Did you?
At the old spot.
He's gotten very pleasant over the
He
years.
got it. What you trying to say, man? What is you trying to say?
Because he's not a prosecutor anymore.
Yeah. You have.
I
I'm
don't think my mic's
serious.
on.
I'm serious. Anybody that knows him know he was used to be like.
Batman.
And then now he's like, "What's going on, y'all? How you guys feeling?" And he's just vibing. I'm like,
Reg.
"That money good, boy. I
Woo,
know it is.
Reg.
You living comfortable. You're nice to people and stuff. Look at you."
Boy, you
He's always been nice.
No,
got
what?
to be stopped.
Oh my goodness, man! He
Okay,
was not. He
sorry.
couldn't even approach him back then. Seriously, you couldn't. But he's a great guy. I'm telling
Oh,
you,
boy.
he is now. He's just
Reggie,
for
that's
life
not
now.
coming from me, sir. Just so you know, it's not coming from me.
You can't lock you up no more.
You something else, boy. You is too much.
No, seriously though, he has changed. I'm being honest, and I'm quite sure everybody can see it. He has a natural good glow about him now.
Always in the community. That's what I see.
That's nice.
Big shout out to DJ Midas K. I hope you're at the hospital too while you're checking in. My buddy was in the hospital. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary, give me some background as far as the grade school, leading all the way up to high school. You
wanna
know,
really go
yeah, I
there?
want to know. I
All
want to
right.
know. I want to know. We nosy out there, ain't we,
All right,
people?
guys.
They
So
look-
I'm gonna even give you kindergarten.
Give it to me.
So kindergarten, I went to Holy Cross Catholic school. I am Buddhist.
Ah.
So, and then that, I don't know why we left that. I think my mom came from another country. She just wanted to make sure we learned how to be American. It sounded like a good place to do that. I don't know. But then by first grade, I was in Kipling Elementary in Deerfield.
Okay.
And I thought I was Jewish by then because my dad's name was David. My brother's name is David, and all the Davids in my school in Deerfield were Jewish. So I was like, maybe that's what I am. Turns out I'm not that either.
There you go.
So then I went to, where'd I go? Allenby Shepherd Junior High, and then Deerfield High School, and then Southern Illinois University, and then John Marshall Law School.
There we go.
There you go. Now you know me.
Do you see how that
So
works?
did you wait? First off, did you go to C or E? Did you go to SIUE or SIUC?
At the Carbondale.
Okay.
Carbondale, yeah. That was back when Carbondale was so
Which
fun.
one did you go to?
Carbondale.
Okay. Yeah, that's where mostly everybody wants to go.
Well, I didn't know nothing about that.
It
I'm
was
glad
a
you
fun
brought that up.
party school at the time. Now I think the other one's better.
Okay. No, I'm saying when I wanted to go to college, my mom was like, "Nah, that's party school. You got to pick somebody else to go."
That was the
I'm like,
advertisement.
"What?" My sister went to Edwardsville.
My brother
though.
was older and he went there. That's why.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I always wanted to go to Notre Dame for the football.
You couldn't play no football,
Knock
man.
it off, man.
Did you play? Did you play
I ain't
football at
always
Carmel?
look like this at home.
Did you play
I'm
football
gonna bring
at
pictures
Carmel?
next week to
Did
show
you
you
play
what I'm working
football
with.
at Carmel?
Rob, we're gonna have to put some.
He don't
want to
answer that question.
He gonna have to
Did
see
you
this
play
bond I
football?
had. I had a ball.
you
I'm trying to tell you, 12 pack. It wasn't even out yet. I'm trying to tell you.
Man, knock it
Well-
off a 12-pack of water.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going on to the next question. This is gonna be for Mary and also Pat.
Let him go first.
You want me?
Yeah, let
It's
him go
always
first.
ladies first on
I
the show.
talk
You-
so much.
you-
Go.
all right, we're gonna let Pat.
Pat go
We're gonna
first.
kick it off with you. Man, see how Mary is? She was like, "Let him go.
I talk a lot.
Let him go first." See,
Yeah.
that's why they make
She
a
has
good
a
team.
very outgoing personality.
See, already.
It's the orange juice.
What or who inspired you to study law? Let's go, Pat. Give it
Yeah,
to me.
Pat. I don't even know this.
Guess myself. I don't know.
Come on, Pat.
Yeah,
Now
self-start.
we're on a real
Oh,
talk
here we are.
podcast. I'm not going.
but-
I'm not going.
But you gotta
Hear me out,
listen.
hear
But
me
you gotta
out.
listen to
No.
listen to a story though. He said himself because if you think about it, he comes from a history of law enforcement. That's not what they're doing. They're firefighters and police officers. You gotta listen, man. If the man said what he said, respect his answer.
Cap.
So, no.
No, I'm just playing.
All right, let him talk. Let him talk.
Yeah, no, when I went to college, I wanted to be a U.S. Marshal, and I wanted to, like, chase down the fugitives because that looks really freaking cool in, like, the movies, right? Apparently, you have to run like, a 6-minute mile, so that shit was out
Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah, you gotta be
just
fit.
not going to happen for me. But no, then you start taking these classes and you start like opening your mind to things you've never seen before, right? Like I grew up in Crystal Lake and I love Crystal Lake and I love my family, I love my friends, but it's certainly a limited view compared to the world I've met since then, right?
Right.
So you get to
absolutely.
college for the first time, you meet new people, you meet people from completely different places.
Okay.
At a few amazing, like professors, and we're taking these criminal justice classes and we're talking about all this stuff, and it just hit me. I don't know what to tell you. Like, they do these studies, and they do these studies on, broken windows theory, which is more law enforcement kind of based, right? And then you do all these studies on incarceration compared to the rest of the world, and it just interested me and it hit me and it's what I wanted to do. And
Yeah.
What was your major?
yeah. And also 3 more years of school means I don't have to work for 3 more years. So I thought that was kind of cool too. I was a criminal justice major, political science. So I was always kind of interested in this stuff and kind of nerded out on politics. And I don't know.
Well,
Honestly, it all just kind of happens a day at a time. It wasn't like I had a plan to do this. Like every day it's like, all right, this is kind of the right direction and just led me to where I'm at.
Okay.
that's fair to say.
I mean, Abe Lincoln School, if you want me to say that. I'll say Abe Lincoln. I like Abe Lincoln. I'll give you that. It's my
Hell
favorite
yeah.
lawyer. I don't know.
Come on, Mary, give me some. Same question.
What inspired me to become a lawyer? Is that the question? Yeah.
That's right.
Well, okay, so I was a philosophy major, and which, by the way, like, what do you do as a philosophy major when you graduate?
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say
like
that.
I know you're like, do I philosophize? Yeah. So I like the reading, I like the books, I like the thinking. But right before I was about to graduate, about 2 classes before I was done, I realized like, what am I going to join a circus? Like, what do you do with that? Unless you want to
Nothing.
become a philosopher,
Yeah.
or a teacher.
They don't pay that much.
But I'd always kind of thought of law school. I was in like a pre-law fraternity thing, so I decided to change my major last second to paralegal studies.
Okay.
Because I thought to myself, so many people go to law school and then they find out that they don't actually want to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Like, and I didn't want to like go into debt and not actually know, but being a paralegal major at least got you practically kind of in the field a bit. So while I was doing that, I externed at the Williamson County State's Attorney's Office in Southern Illinois. They hired me on afterwards to be a domestic violence victim advocate there, which I was completely unqualified for. And I quickly got like a really rude awakening on life and the impact of the criminal justice system, helping people who needed OPs or victims in crimes. At that same time, I also ended up being a victim in a criminal case. So, like, the two happening together, like walking people through the system, which is hard, and then having to go through it really inspired me to want to be a domestic violence prosecutor.
Okay.
So that kind of was a seed, because I met a lot of prosecutors who at that time, like, I really admired. You know, you don't always admire the people around, but I met some really good people who did it for the right reasons, who really helped people. And I was like, that's a really cool job. Like, you get to help people who are strangers, you don't know them, but out of principle, you're like, it's the right thing to do, so I do it. And that's a cool thing to do, I thought. So then I graduated or moved back up north, worked for the judges up here as a paralegal while I studied to get in law school. And that was my original goal, to be a domestic violence prosecutor.
Okay. I like that. Let me ask you guys this. One of my favorite shows is Suits.
I knew you were
right?
going to say that. And it's not anything fucking like that.
No. I don't
Part of my
think
credit.
first off, that's something totally different. But my thing was I noticed that he were like taking the bar exam for a lot of people. How difficult was the bar exam for you guys?
It's not easy.
Hard.
Yeah.
I was 1,000,000% convinced I failed that thing when I walked out of there. And for the 3 months waiting, completely convinced. Spent all summer in my parents' basement. Good buddy of mine from law school was from Texas. Moved into my parents' house and also was in my basement every day studying together.
Okay.
It was really hard, man. It was really hard. I don't think I could do it again, honestly. Like, it was a lot of pressure and it was every day. But I somehow passed. Here we are.
So what is that like? What does that entail? Like, what did you guys have to like know a lot of basic like law in order to pass that? What does the line of questioning look like? I don't, I have no idea, but I would like to ask you guys, what does that look
Yeah,
like?
that's fair.
So the amount of the bar exam I use on a regular basis is nearly 0. It's complete memorization, and it's also memorizing the types of questions they ask. So it's really not about learning how to be a lawyer whatsoever. And other countries do it way better. I went to Ireland for 4 weeks as part of a law school thing. It was amazing. And they do something called deviling, which is essentially a 2-year internship where you actually learn how to do the thing,
Practice
right?
a lot,
Right.
yeah.
Which is what we learned as young prosecutors.
Right.
Bar exam is learning how to answer logic questions. It's learning how to memorize what kind of questions they're going to ask you and kind of know what the answer would be.
Right.
It really doesn't prepare you at all for the practice. I really think it needs to change somehow. But
Gives you like when you pass the bar. I always say this, when you pass the bar, you don't have any idea how to be a lawyer. Passing it gives you permission to start learning.
Right.
Like, but it used to be before, like, there was law school, it used to be apprenticeship. Like, to become a lawyer, you would work under another lawyer and literally follow him around, and that's how you learned to be a lawyer. You
Right.
didn't have, like, law school and stuff like that. So, to some degree, like, and that's still, there's a reason for that, I'm sure.
Right, absolutely.
But what the bar did was you have your core classes that everybody will have, there's certain topics that everybody will be tested on, but then there's like a whole category of like basically like spin the wheel. You have no idea if you'll get tested on it, and you don't take every single topic in law school. So there's this pressure to learn like taxes, wills, all these different types of law because you could get tested on it. So what it forces you to do is just cram a lot of information and memorization into your brain and figure out how to do that and somehow regurgitate it and like not lose your hair in 3 months. I don't know.
You about to lose your head thinking about it right now.
I'm not doing this again. Like, I better pass this first time. Like,
Yeah.
So, but it's honestly a lot of law school. Getting into law school, and passing the bar is a practice of keeping your butt in a chair.
Okay.
Can you keep your butt in a chair and figure it out? And also learning how you learn. Like I learned totally different. Me studying for the bar was not like probably anybody else. I like cartoon through my note cards to memorize stuff. Like I'm not good at just memorizing for the heck of it. I'd have to make like memory palaces and stuff. So everybody learns different, but it does take you to a brink in your capacity to learn. So when you do it, you're like, oh, I did that. And then you have to go out and realize you don't know anything and start all over again.
Wow.
But,
Was that hard to do? Like to actually be past the bar and then actually go to actually practice
It's terrifying.
law?
You're walking
and
malpractice.
Okay.
Like you're like, great. I just mastered this one thing, and now I have to start all over knowing nothing except now, if I mess up, someone's life's on the line. It's terrifying. You just got to care enough to figure out how to like, you know, when I first became a public defender, because that was my first job out of law school. Like I was like, well, I don't have the luxury of offering my clients 10 years of experience or a mastery of this, but at the very least, and I keep swearing on this podcast, I'm sorry, but they said I was allowed to. So the very least you can do is give a shit. Because if you give a shit about your client, you will find a way to bridge that gap. You will find a way to ask all the questions, to find the person who knows better, to like be brave, right?
Right.
So, and that's something Pat is very good at. He gives a shit about his clients. So,
I'll say.
Go back to you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I definitely a say.
Yeah.
Well, I got what I needed out of that question. What about you?
Of course. I got all the information I needed to know. I would needed to know how difficult it was because they were paying top dollar on this show for him to take that bar exam. No, seriously, to practice law.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know and to hear you guys say that. I'm thinking it was definitely like a bunch of learning of all like the basic fundamental stuff that you would need, and to hear that you didn't use any of that stuff, that lets me know that it's not even what I thought or envisioned it to be.
It's there in the recesses of your brain. There's stuff like principles and concepts, like they're there, but it's not. You don't walk out knowing how.
Okay.
Right? It's like taking the driver's exam.
Well, they say it's
right?
practice,
you
right?
take the driver's exam, right? Doesn't mean you know how to drive. Like you can say, like right, it's very different. Like
Right,
you know
right.
how to
The
pass
written
the
exam,
test,
yeah.
you know how to answer. It doesn't mean you've ever kinesthetically gotten in a car and know how to drive.
Right, absolutely,
right?
absolutely. I definitely
Yeah.
understand that. Like, you know it, but you haven't applied it
You
yet,
have, like,
so
an
you don't know
academic
necessarily.
understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's like learning baseball in a classroom and then having to go play it. It's different.
You know the
sure you don't wanna
rules.
be a teacher?
I was a teacher. Oh, I taught at John Marshall for a little bit. I was
there had to be
an
something.
adjunct professor for like a semester. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We in class.
Yeah.
So, moving right along.
I forgot about that job.
What would you, Mary and Pat, be doing if you wasn't in this law game?
I would be a coral reef gardener.
Speak up a little bit. Come closer.
I would be a coral reef gardener. We'll talk about that later. Pat,
What?
what would you be?
Why?
Why not? I love the ocean. Coral's important. I think I love marine biology. I love the ocean. You get to plant coral, make the world better, and it sounds lovely. You'd be in a warm place.
That's different.
Yeah. No one's in jail.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Pat, what about you?
Drown.
My real answer is I don't know. Like I love
good
what I
answer.
do.
I like
I'm
that.
going to die younger because of it. But I
good.
still love it.
Good.
You know, maybe I'd buy a boat and go salmon fishing out
Yeah,
of Waukegan or Winthrop Harbor every day. That might be my second choice. But I'm not that great at driving a boat, so I'd have a lot to go. But
Ooh. Somebody just hit me with a question in here, but I'm gonna say Dennis Sim, big check it in. How you doing? Go ahead and read that real quick. This might be
Which question you?
Dennis N, sir.
Hey, Dennis.
At Mary Cole, Texas passed a law for DUI drivers who kill a parent or guardian to pay child support to the surviving children. Should there be a law like that in Illinois for domestic violence?
So wait, start over. Read that over. I didn't catch it all.
So Texas passed a law for DUI drivers who kill a parent or guardian to pay child support to the surviving children. Should there be a law like that in Illinois for domestic violence? Or similar in the sense.
Just to clarify, meaning if you kill someone in domestic violence related act, that you have to pay child support.
Yeah, for the surviving child.
I've never even.
I think that's dope.
I think
you took the parent away that was going to be there.
Right. I think I'd have to think through that a whole lot more. I think the rationale behind it and the idealism makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know practically how that works, because what if you have an indigent person who doesn't have any money, or they're in prison for the next 15 years.
Right.
So, I mean, do I think on a moral and if the world is right level, does that make sense to me?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know enough about how that would practically work,
right.
if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
But I mean, does it seem like a fair concept?
Yeah.
Yeah, you take, I mean, yeah.
No, I would 100% agree. Of course, they should have to. We call it restitution, right?
Right,
of
yeah,
course,
absolutely.
they should have to do that. That being said, if you killed someone in a domestic violence incident, you ought to probably be going to prison for a long time, and you're probably not making much money during that time.
Absolutely.
So there's what's ideally right, for sure.
Absolutely.
But realistically, I mean,
yeah, it's just totally different.
How are they going to actually do
for
it?
the next 40 years,
right,
what are they going to be doing?
There might be
besides time.
I mean, I don't know what you make an hour working in prison, but I'm pretty sure it's
no, they don't. They don't pay them.
Yeah.
They don't pay them.
Yeah.
15.
A month.
Right, a month.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're out and you killed someone over, I mean, I'd be more mad that they're out making, but yeah, I mean, understood.
Heidi says, Heidi Sanchez says, hi, Mary.
Hi.
Ooh,
Hi, Heidi.
Okay, I just want to make sure we.
Heidi's awesome.
Yeah, Heidi said hi.
Heidi's on
And
our
for
team.
the people that's out there, if you guys have any questions, we would love to ask these questions. So keep them coming. Also, throw a little star up in there too, so that way I can see
throw
it.
stars.
No more
I don't
from
know what that
Beatrice.
means.
Also, Heidi says
stars
this.
'cause you love us.
Heidi says they're both so inspiring and amazing team. Who's Heidi? You know Heidi?
Well, we're her boss, so that might be a little.
Oh,
But Heidi is awesome.
Okay,
Heidi is
Heidi.
awesome. So to
Heidi's
me,
go,
like-
Heidi.
this is real talk. Good
Heidi's
job,
the
Heidi.
rainbows and
Okay.
sunshine. You call her office, she is the wonderful person.
That's Heidi
that
then.
takes you off a ledge, makes you feel better, and makes your day better, and,
And
make
that's
sure
so
that we get
important.
make sure we get to you.
You ain't
Like,
lying. Heidi,
yeah.
you are
Yeah, she's awesome.
a number
She
one.
is.
We're lucky to have
Just,
her for sure.
just so you know that, because I've talked to Heidi a lot of times, worried about, hey, is he going to show up?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. That was for somebody else, but I'll leave it at that.
We should also talk about
They
how
called
amazing.
the day before. I just want to let you know.
I know.
They call you the day before. Hey, be at court at 9. So I just want to let you know that. Shouts out to whoever it is. I'll just let you know that. But anyway,
We should talk about how amazing Nicole Simmons, our other team member, is as
Hello.
well.
I know, we all know
Heidi's
Nicole.
awesome. Nicole's incredible. So we
Isn't-
should bring
isn't
that up
like-
as well.
she's like your assistants, right? Like the assistant.
She's like
she
a
does every other
paralegal
stuff.
office manager.
There
I don't
you
even
go.
know what.
I mean,
she's whatever title she wants.
We
She
don't, we
does it
don't
too
really
much.
do labels. She's part of the team. We're all
Yeah.
a team together. We
Yeah.
all get it done together, and all of us are vital members
Yeah.
of it, no doubt.
She's
Have
a
you heard
great
something
person.
like that?
We're a good
The
team.
attorney speaking up for the team.
Dude,
That's
we would
good.
not
That's
survive
good.
without them. Like, listen,
See,
they don't
speaking
show
up
up.
for the team. Did
Yeah,
you
they
hear?
need
doing
the
their job.
team.
Yeah.
But did you
They have a
hear?
lot of caseloads. Do you know how many people are criminals or have criminal cases? Have you ever seen them loads they be wheeling in every day from 9:30 to 5? Man, it'd be crazy. And then they got to go take their lunches, then come back, and then they got to deal with all the questions, the calls, especially the calls from the inmates. They be three-weighing them. Man, you still coming to visit?
You crazy.
You still coming to visit? I'm saying I've been in the seat before.
Right,
I'm
right,
serious.
right. You take me there. You took me there.
That's accurate.
Yeah, you took me there.
I'm serious.
That was so. That was good, man.
It's very realistic.
Yeah. Brought
Me
me
tired
back.
of man. Call man.
Scared, boy. What makes a client want to hire Pat or Mary? I got to know. What makes me or Brandon want to hire you?
Well, just him, because I'm not involved in anything that we want to do.
We know that.
So just if he gets in trouble,
Keep it on the I statement. I will.
No, but not for you or me, for anybody in general that is looking for an attorney. What makes you guys necessarily unique, or I guess great at being a criminal defense attorney? Right, because you guys are criminal defense attorneys, correct?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So what makes you guys great, or what would make a person want to put their freedom in your hand? Because that's essentially what it boils down to.
Sure. So Mary put a quote on her website that I thought was at first a little sappy, but actually 1,000,000% true.
Okay.
And it essentially says, like, good results are great, but the feeling you get throughout the process is what really matters. And
I'll clean up that quote.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
just like justice is more than an end result, right?
Right.
It's how you're treated in the process.
Okay.
But keep going.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
keep
that.
going.
I like
You
that too.
got that. Keep
They're a
going.
team. They're a
Yeah.
team.
Mary
All
does
right.
words better than I do.
No, all right, but I like
Only the ones
that.
I wrote. But
I
keep
like
going.
that because some people can get you the end result of
But you
you
can
being
still
going
feel like
home,
it's an injustice,
but
yeah.
you feel like crap through the process, especially how they may like
Well,
discard you
don't
to the
feel
side or
heard,
whatever.
right?
Yeah,
And part of it is
yeah,
feeling
absolutely.
heard. So
That's
go.
facts.
Go.
So for sure. So the clients we talk to that hire us and are happy with us and we talk to them afterwards, right? It appears there's so many attorneys that they talk to that seem to not have a lot of patience, right? Like people
Okay.
want to tell their story. People feel wrong. People are scared. They've never been through the system before. They don't understand the system, right?
Okay.
So you have to be willing to like start from ground zero with them
Okay.
and listen to them and explain that.
Okay.
And I feel like some attorneys who maybe have been doing it too long or whatever, they don't have that patience anymore. And maybe they just throw out a quick quote right away. But like this is the worst moment in people's lives. And
Absolutely.
a lot of people have never been through this before. And even if you have, like this is literally the worst moment in your life, right?
Absolutely.
And you're terrified. So listening at first, number one, is the most important. And then reassuring them in a way where you're not promising things you can't keep. That's super important. I think
absolutely.
Mary and I are great at this where I try to be brutally honest at the first conversation, right? I don't oversell, but I also don't undersell so I look good later either. Like, tell them what you think's going to happen, then tell them the truth that I haven't seen the discovery, I haven't seen the videos, I haven't seen the reports, I don't really know, but just explain to them the process and hear them out. And that's incredibly important. And if that takes 15, 20 minutes on an initial phone call when you're not getting paid, but you just need to comfort somebody, that matters, right?
Yeah.
And half the people I talk to end up not hiring us because maybe they don't have money or maybe they hire somebody else. Fine. But the ones that do, they'll come in and we'll explain that again and giving them the actual comfort and understanding of a crazy system. And the system doesn't
So
make a lot of
crazy.
sense at times. And the system's wrong a lot of the times. And I think it's also important to explain to them, as a human being, I agree with you. What you're saying is correct and what happened was wrong. But legally, that's not something we can explore. That's not going to help your
Right.
case, right?
Right.
But to take the time to explain that to them, like you were wronged. But unfortunately, the law doesn't allow us to argue that. That's just something they need to know. And if you don't explain that to them, they are just going to feel like they were railroaded throughout the process.
A fact.
And that's awful. So I don't know if that answers the question or not, but that's what we really try to do.
It does, but I have a follow-up question
Sure.
based off what you were just saying.
Yeah.
What would you like for clients, people that potentially hire you guys, what would you like them to know and consider before, not just necessarily you guys, but anyone, as far as an attorney, like what you guys could particularly go through and to basically handle all these different cases for them to kind of like have patience and understanding with you guys about?
Yeah, no, I think it's important to tell them that off the bat, right? Like, this isn't going to end in a month or two. You know, like your case might take 6 months. It might take 9 months. It just depends, right?
Right.
And I honestly don't know how people find good attorneys, right?
So
like
hard.
you Google it and we've got a great website. We've got really good Google reviews. Fine. We know plenty of attorneys that we won't name names who I don't respect who also have good websites, right?
Right.
Like,
And plenty of badass
and not
attorneys who have
just
none.
attorney and plenty of amazing
Many
attorneys
attorneys who
who
have no website.
literally don't have a website. So
Right.
Like I don't even know how people
the
find
internet nearly useless for finding a good attorney, and
Right.
you really have to just rely on family and friends who may or may not know, and even that's not always the best way to go about it.
If you know an attorney, ask their opinion, because
That's the
they'll
best
find
way.
out from their own crew who's legit and real.
Okay.
We would say the majority of our business actually comes from referrals from other attorneys, and it feels great when that happens because
Google. And
these are
clients,
people
past clients.
the best, right? If not that, attorneys. And I don't know, it's tough to find the right person. And I tell people when I meet with them, like, don't hire me right now, right? Like, talk to your family, talk to another attorney, because we want them to be comfortable too, because there's nothing worse than having a client who doesn't trust you, and that's not fair to them, that's not fair to you. Like,
Not the
this
right
is
fit.
their lives. Like, they have to have faith in you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reality is, you might be the best attorney for like 90% of people, but not the right attorney for some people, because that relationship. And like, just to kind of piggyback on Pat's first answer to like, I guess why, I don't know, why would people want her? So whatever that, can't remember what the question was, but I mean, people who are charged with the crime. So back in the day when I was a victim in a case, this, that, the other, you wouldn't think there's much overlap between being a victim in a case and being charged in a case. But there is a lot of similarity, because you are, by choice or not, you are forced to weather the criminal justice system. And it is confusing and it is scary. And like Pat said, it could be one of the worst moments in your life. And you don't know if like the person has family around her. You don't know. It's confusing.
Absolutely.
And also there's this feeling that I think when you are involved in a criminal case, all of a sudden you are like massively misunderstood by your whole community based on one event that people might only see a headline about. And that feels unjust, right? Because people might not know it was a self-defense case. People might not know that all the events surrounding you may have lived a perfect life up until this moment, but suddenly this is there, and now you're chronically misunderstood by all these authority figures, the police, your community, the judge in court, and you feel your attorney is your gladiator. And that's what some attorneys I don't think realize. You know, when I was a public defender, I remember thinking because of financial situation, this person didn't get to choose who their gladiator is. Absolutely. So you have a duty to show up as your best. Like you do. Like and Lake County has fantastic public defenders, by the way. But as a victim in a case, no, they do. I will defend them we have great public defenders in Lake County.
100%.
And like that might be bad for business. I don't care. They're great. But as a victim, you don't get to choose your prosecutor. You just got to hope they show up and do their job for you. And they don't know you. So being a public defender and being like a prosecutor in that regard is kind of similar, because the people who fall in your lap that you have a duty to didn't choose you.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
But it's a duty, right?
Court appointed.
But as people who get hired, we were hired to be their gladiator.
Right.
So we better show up.
I like how you put that.
Woo!
Because a lot of them take your money and don't show up.
And we can't, but here's the thing. Like,
We ain't gonna
we
talk
can't
about that.
promise results, but we can promise a fight. And we can promise we'll care, and we promise we'll try, and we can promise that if there's a shortcoming in our knowledge, that we'll do our best to close that gap. That's all we can do.
Well, let me ask you this, all right? And I don't know if you guys ever heard this before, but there's this unknown thing within the community, right, where a lot of people feel like sometimes the attorneys are swapping guys out. You ever heard this before?
Someone said this to me the other day, explain it to me, because I was like, I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
Someone said this to me.
So what it is that
Or like trading deals?
something like that, where it's like, okay, an attorney may have a caseload of people, right? And let's say, for instance, they have 20 people on this caseload, right? And they're in front of the same prosecutor with like about 5 of them. And one of the individuals are not paying them that well or not paying them that much, and the other person is.
I hope that's not
right.
true.
And so this thing about swapping out is basically, hey, I need this deal for this guy, all right? And I can kind of like make some things happen for you on this other case. In a sense.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I hope it's not true. I don't know
Have
if
you
it
ever
is,
heard that? So you know? You've never heard this
no,
before?
like
100% heard
Yeah,
people
but I
believe
don't-
that.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it this way.
100%.
I'm not
Okay.
saying it doesn't happen, because I don't know that, but I can tell
Okay.
you that within the attorneys that we know and like surround ourselves with, I've never seen that. Doesn't make it untrue.
Right,
I
right,
just
right.
don't see that. At least culturally here, I don't see
appreciate
that.
though.
I mean, we also try to surround ourselves with good people. Like, I
Right.
try not to surround myself with
Yeah.
pieces of shit, which is what you would be if you did that.
Yeah, like
Frankly,
No, I
it's
really-
what
I
you would be if
understand
you did
that.
that.
Yeah.
I
So,
understand
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
just
I
wanted to
hope
know.
not. But I mean, I'm sure that there are places, and every courthouse has a different culture. Every state has a different
That is
culture.
true.
So like maybe there are places where that concept is more common. Fortunately, that's not something I have seen. I don't know.
Well, he said the same thing. He hasn't seen it, but he definitely heard that is
gross.
something that people thinks. Well, for the people that's out there, they're not swapping you guys out.
Right.
You just having an
And for the guys
extended
that's
background.
got their phones in the cells, you hear this because it's a lot
Wait,
of talk.
who got phones in the cells?
Hold on, we ain't gonna keep. I mean,
Wait.
we ain't busting nobody
Wait.
out. This is
Right,
Real
you
Talk
just-
Podcast. But we ain't busting nobody out. People really pay attention to this, right? I got to get this off my chest because I was a victim of that. I'm not gonna say no name on here, but you were told this, and you got this. Don't tell me that. This I'm looking at the camera right now. There's attorneys out there that do that. They lie just to get your money.
That's different though.
Well,
That's a very broad concept.
Wait,
People not even
wait,
money.
but let me
I'll
say
say
this.
that,
I
yeah.
don't think they lied to get.
They lie.
No,
we're not sugarcoating.
No,
that.
I'm not
They
sugarcoating.
lie.
I'm not sugarcoating.
They lie.
People be having heinous crimes and want people to perform miracles. I said it's 50,000.
Don't lie to
say
me.
50,000 a walk.
Don't lie to
Both
me.
are true.
Like, what are you
Don't
talking
lie to
about?
me, though.
Both are true. If you look at it
Can
this
you
way.
take care of
Yeah.
my case or not?
Yes, I
They
can take
wanna
care of
hear.
your case. That don't mean
Okay.
you're gonna win.
Oh, okay, well,
I can take care
can
of
you do
it.
this case or not?
Yes, I can do the case.
Well, no. I don't want
practicing.
you. Give me a pro
You don't know
bono
how to
then.
speak.
Give me a pro bono.
I'm your guest. I'm going to say this. You're framing it very broadly. There are some people who overpromise results that they have no right to
Hello.
overpromise.
There you
no,
go.
No, but that's different than what he's saying.
Wow,
That's what I'm saying.
what I'm saying.
They might be overconfident.
And it's a touchy
Or
situation.
like maybe
Can I tell you
lack.
something?
I did 8.5 years behind.
Because-
You getting 5 years with impact incarceration. And this is your first time.
take the
You
deal?
spent all the
Did you
money.
take the deal?
And another thing, you
take the
gave
deal?
all your money up front. Hold on. Did I take the deal? It was given to me, and I couldn't take it
What
back.
you mean it was given to you? What
It
you
was
mean?
given to
So
me.
that
I
means
came back
you-
on a writ.
Let me ask you a question.
Because I learned some
did
stuff. I went to the law library.
Did you sign an open
I
plea?
signed a paper that
you
said
sign
5.5.
Okay, and what happened?
Impact incarceration. For the people at home don't know what that means.
That's boot camp.
That means boot camp.
Okay.
They don't have
So
that.
you
When I
failed
got
boot camp?
when I got in front of Judge Phillip, no, I didn't get a chance to go. That's what I'm telling you.
Tell me what happened.
$15,000 later, I didn't get a chance to go. Is what I'm saying. And you know, I did some bad stuff. I'm not gonna say, but what the thing is, I want it to be treated fairly.
Finesse.
No, I want to get you exactly done wrong, done in.
Right.
And you know, and the crazy thing, and I know a lot of people out there, this is very serious to me because a lot of people go through that here.
No, that's everywhere though.
Here. Nah, I ain't gonna say everywhere.
They are
'Cause some
going through
people,
that everywhere.
some people don't end up being found.
What she said is exactly what people are going through, where
Mm-hmm.
attorneys are over, I guess, exerting themselves. With
There you
things
go.
That they cannot fulfill.
And it's hard though because you can have like, say you have like in your career, say you're 15 years of being a defense attorney, you've had pretty much the same fact pattern 10 different times, and you've gotten pretty much the same range of results. And this one time you talk to the 11th person or whoever on the phone, and you're like, you give them your anticipation of what you think will happen based on your realist experience, what has happened. But now you've got a prosecutor who's young, fresh, and from somewhere else, or a change administration, and or they're in front of a judge that deals with things differently, so it forces them to be different. So suddenly, even though everything in your experience tells you it's going to be one way, how this case actually ends up panning out is very different, and that's not their fault necessarily. But our job is to give you some prediction of like what we think is going to happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. But what I think you're talking about is to land a deal and get your retainer fee. You're like, I
Damn
can get you
Skippy.
off, and
Say
that's
that.
not right.
Man,
Yeah.
Steve.
Hell yeah! Still,
No, that
now I brought it up.
happens.
I'm
Yeah.
angry. I'm angry out there.
Sorry, it's okay. It's okay.
Fucker,
Have
you
some
fucker. I'm
oranges.
gonna say you a fucker. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say you fucker. I mean, I was able to change my life by the grace of God. I was able to go somewhere and get my messed up thinking right. I was able to, but in the process, you fucked me over, so I don't trust you. It's hard to trust attorneys and sit there and say, "Hey, look, this is what happened. Hey, figure it out. Give me the 60 days, the 90 days, you get your discovery." When you don't even see a fucking discovery, you can't even read the shit. What am I paying
Can I ask
for?
you a question, Paul? Did you see your discoveries?
No.
Can I tell you
I'm
something?
telling you, no.
So can I tell you something?
Bamboozle.
Was that due to your lack of something?
I didn't know my first time
Oh, okay,
taking care of it. This is what I'm saying. If you seeking counsel,
Paul is
right?
hot.
Damn right, yeah.
So
if you
said-
seeking counsel,
so your attorney should have guided you, is what you said.
my attorney
I paid
fucked my world around. And here's the thing,
wanna
y'all.
know, how did you
I'm
sign
gonna
a
tell
deal
you,
for 5 years
never
with that?
pay an attorney up front.
What?
All the money. Hell no.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to
Shit,
him.
I'm telling you.
I'm
You won't
saying
have an
don't do
attorney.
I'm telling you, don't
Pay
pay
your
all the
money.
money up.
Unplug his mic.
I got different
Don't
results.
Pay them all the
All right,
This
Paul.
is real talk.
Paul.
I got different. I got different results, and I paid them all the money up front.
Okay, that's
I
good
got
for you.
different results.
All right.
Look, he said,
Well, I'm gonna tell
Hey,
him now.
look, he over here like, you
Hey,
want a cookie?
Hey, depending on who you messing with, then
if
just
you messing
trust.
with Mary and
Trust.
Pat,
Well, listen here.
they're gonna get you
This is
together.
what it really boils down to, and I'm being serious here. A big shout out to Don Thompson. He turned
Oh,
up.
I love Don Thompson.
And
Hi.
Don checked in. But on the serious side, for me, when I went through my situation, I wanted the attorney to tell me, okay, hey, this is what my fee is. This is what is going to happen from court to court. Explain to me, because I'm new in the game to knowing this, right? I'm a dummy, and you know that I'm a dummy. So don't take my money and say, hey, yeah, you're going to be fine. No, don't even say that in the beginning. Get my case. Go through the case with me. Go through the case with me. Make me understand what I'm up against.
I'm scared to know who your attorney was.
We ain't gonna talk about it. The fucker know who was. But you know, from 07 to 10, I ain't gonna talk about it right now. It's two fuckers
I'm
now.
gonna tell you who I think
So-
you had.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
No, we don't
We're
do
not
that.
doing
I know
that.
exactly who you
No,
had.
we're not doing that
I
on
know
the
who
show.
you had.
We ain't gonna do. It's over with.
I know who you
It's
had.
over with.
So
But
why did you keep bringing it up? I told you this a minute ago.
we ain't gonna say
That's
no name.
old.
We ain't gonna say no. It's old.
I know who it is.
But
and
we
I
gonna
don't
leave
even
it
know
at
who
that.
it is. But I can
What
tell
I'm
you,
saying
during
is,
that time,
yeah.
who was getting over on everybody, I know exactly.
Well,
who that was.
what I'm saying is,
Are they
and the whole
missing?
time for 9 months, you guys,
No,
right?
they're not still pregnant.
No. For 9 months, get what I'm saying? I never was, when you hear about, hey, you want the guy to come in and see you? I never got a visit but twice. I'm new to it. You got my money. You said something good in the beginning. The case is going on. I don't know what no papers look like. I don't know who I served the drugs to. I don't know none of this shit. What am I paying you for?
That's a good question.
Oh, well, can I
Yeah,
ask
that's
you a
not
question?
right.
No,
What
we
did
gonna
you do? What
gotta
did you
go
do?
on
What
because
did
I'm
you
getting
do?
upset. I ain't gonna
Are
tell you
you?
what I did.
I'm saying, as far
I
as to
made
help
front
yourself.
page.
No,
How about
I'm
that?
saying- I'm
I'm dead serious. I made front page
I'm
and it
talking
was
about
crazy.
To like enhance your. So let me say this, because I've been in that predicament and situation,
Shit.
and I when I was in there, I kind of like I was disgusted.
Good job.
I was really disgusted. I'm gonna tell you why I was
You're okay.
disgusted, because everybody in here is not taking this serious.
Right.
They're in here playing cards, playing Monopoly, and all these other games, and it's a computer on the decks now. But back before, you have to go down to the law library, right, and actually look at books. Nobody is doing that. I'm down here, so I understood that they didn't take their freedom seriously. So when I'm listening to you tell me that you paid all this money, and you thought that would get the job done, I'm saying, at what point did you take yourself serious and do any
Here's
investigation or work
what
for
I'm
yourself?
saying to you.
I'm only asking.
I'm gonna say here. I'm gonna say
You
this
finna snap
again.
again.
And
I
look,
was
y'all,
new
I'm
to
gonna
this.
say I am new. So here,
But
I was new.
You was new to the drug game, and you learned how to chop it back.
Listen, though, you don't. There's a lot of people out there. I'm gonna tell this to Mary. There's a lot of people out there that don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah, there's a
Well,
lot of people.
he said I did.
He's like, I pled guilty.
But what I'm saying is,
Took a deal. I
that-
did it.
there's a lot of people may do bad things but don't know what it carries.
Oh, yeah,
If
they don't
if you'd have
appreciate
told me a long time, I'm dead serious. I did not know. I was dumb I was a dummy. I'm saying it. I was
You
a
jumped
dumb.
off the porch with no idea.
Yes.
Say less. I'm just
I'm
asking.
dead serious.
You
There's a lot
agree.
of guys right now that listen.
Can I
There's
say
a lot of
something?
guys that don't know, and that's why I decided to do a talk show on
30 years
educating
ago.
people. Like, if you out there playing around, you better find out what everything carries, because they don't play with you. They do not play with
That's
you.
sad to hear. I didn't know
No,
that.
I know.
I thought in the criminal community it was like something they like, man, you know that you can get 15
Nah,
years for that.
you didn't have the big
You didn't know
brothers back then.
15? Oh, yeah.
After the 90s, you didn't have that little brother talk. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You gonna tell me I didn't?
I'm saying
You didn't.
right.
Okay, say that.
In certain situations for everything.
Right, true.
You may be around certain people, and you be like, hey, you know what? I can make me a couple dollars. And this is for the kids out there, the young ones right now. Don't even pick that shit up. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Your friend going to set you up. He going to tell on you. Your cousin, your mother, all that. If you're doing something wrong. You may be in your heart
It's a
trying to do something,
possibility.
doing something to make money, to pay a bill, whatever. Don't do it.
I agree with that.
The
part,
game
though.
is not, it ain't fun.
It's not even
I'm
about
telling
that.
you.
It's
You
just
always
that
pay some way.
everybody, and I'm talking about even the guys that have that never went to prison. they ultimately end up going back into being a law-abiding citizen anyway. So
Shit, yeah.
might as well start off that way and end that way.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah. And the worst is when you watch somebody who's maybe lived that life and they finally are on the brink of getting out of it and they finally make the decision that they're going to cash in their stuff, go clean, whatever. And it is literally right when they decide that they're going to do things the right way and they haven't.
That's what happened to me.
That's when they get raided, and then they're like, "Oh, I was just starting to make changes."
One
and it's
last
like, because,
deal.
yeah, like I
The
can't even
judge
tell, like
looked
you know
me
how
right in my
hard
face
it
like,
is.
I see you got the
Like-
job and
Be like,
you making all
but
these
it's too
changes.
late because
But
like
this,
yeah.
this, and you gonna do this time for this. But it is
yeah,
what it is.
so it's
It
not
is what
worth it.
To defend Paul, though, and what he was saying, and we have plenty of these clients,
Yeah.
and I love them, but they are young and dumb,
Dumb.
and they don't
Thank
know.
you.
And you're not wrong saying, be a man, take yourself serious.
Yeah.
As a man, you should say that to younger men. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're young and you're dumb and you think you're invincible,
Right.
that is when the attorney needs to come in and have that come to
tell them
Jesus
that.
moment
Shake
or
the
But this
shit
is
shake
why they
you.
get
Yes.
and not
Yeah.
who you have.
Yes.
Hello. But what I'm saying on a serious note,
Yeah,
if you talking to an attorney, you got your money, right? You're out there doing your thing. You got a pocket full of money. You're trusting that this person is taking you serious and is gonna work your case.
yes, but
Not take my
you-
money and then not step by step.
So what
my
does
case.
working my case look like for you?
Well, now I'm educated.
I'm saying for you. What does it look like now that you're educated?
well, you didn't even see your discovery. I don't even know what to say about that.
exactly-
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
don't
a
like-
really
good
I think
question.
he
You know
has,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
what is, like he
Yeah.
didn't say. He said he said discovery. And
I don't
I'm
even-
like, what?
I
What's
don't
going
even-
on? You pay $50,000. The public defenders let you see it
think
for
I'm smiling?
$3.99.
You think I'm smiling? You think I'm smiling out there?
No,
I'm not.
I see you. I ain't never
I'm
seen you
dead
this angry.
serious.
But it's not. He's not listening.
And the
That's
end
not
result-
Right. That's
and the-
not unheard of.
I'm finished. The end result was I stood in front of a judge. He retired, and no hard feelings of Judge Phillips, but he looked me in my
Oh, you gonna
face.
say his name, but you gonna say the attorney
no
name.
hard feelings.
You said you wasn't saying
That's
his
not
name.
attorney though.
You
The-
said the judge's name.
Yeah, I said he
I was gonna
retired.
say his name.
Love him right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why.
petty.
He looked me in my
You
face.
scared of your ex-attorney
No.
'cause he took that cash flow.
Yeah, you crazy. You lucky I'm a changed man. I kicked him all up and down. Grand Avenue.
Boys.
But anyway, I changed. When he looked me in my face, and this is for the people out there that really think it's a game. He looked me in the face and he said, "You are getting sentenced to 8.5 in the Illinois Department of." And I sat now.
How did he do that?
Listen, I signed a paper the court date before. And I was like, oh, okay, 5 years, but I'm going to boot camp. All I kept hearing in my head was boot camp. Because in Patton Car, you go back to the deck. For the people who don't know, when you
I
go
know
back
what
to
it
the
is.
deck, oh yeah, you going to boot camp. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got. But if you fuck up, little homie, you got 5.5 years. This is what they tell you, y'all. I
Mm-hmm. That's
went in
true.
front of the court. The court said, the judge said 8.5
I'm
years. So you know what the 8.5 means?
Stop.
You can't get boot,
boot camp. That's
If
fact.
you have a
but stop. We gotta
this
take,
show is about
we gotta
them, but
take
I'm
me
going
back
to-
and just we gotta
me get-
discuss that in a little second because
We ain't
trying
gonna
to
keep
figure out,
going. I'm getting
how
angry
did you
about it.
get a deal that says 5.5 years?
Easy.
Can you relax and let me
Easy.
Finish. Let me finish. Was it an open plea or was that the deal? I'm just
That's
asking.
an educated question.
I'm asking
Yeah.
because there's no way you agree to these terms because when you go in front of the judge, I'm telling you as a
Mm.
person who has done it several times.
Okay.
The judge asks you about these plea agreements and deals, and if you got an open plea, the judge does not have to do any of what you're
Correct.
saying you talking about.
If it's
I'm
a
just being
negotiation, yeah.
transparent. And what she said earlier is very true about the different courtrooms. In Waukegan, Lake County, for the most part, they accept the agreements
Negotiation.
through the attorneys. In Will County, the judge tells you in your face, did anybody promise you a deal? Because if they did, you do understand that I have the final say so and I do not have to accept this deal. So I'm letting you know that I can see that happening in a different place, but not in Lake County. But it is what it is. I just wanted to know.
More of the story, I was back on the rig
Yeah.
because I educated myself, went in there, I was like, hey, that's wrong. I made motions myself and was back in front of the judge.
I love that.
But neither here or there. It was too late because my paid attorney got paid and he didn't show up. Nan time because I came back twice.
Right.
So
It didn't
he
even
know
matter.
he did wrong. I figured
Did they
some
give you
stuff
the
out.
sentence or the 5-year sentence?
What? No. He looked at me. He said, hey, check this out. You did what you did. And I had looked at him and I had been there 2 years, Lost my weight, was looking good. And I said, well, you know what? I got another couple weeks to go. I went back. You know what I mean?
Finish it out.
But the more of the story is, they don't tell you this game before you play it. Okay. And when you get an attorney, and if you're not, I'm telling to the people out there, if you're not confident that they're going to work your case, bag up, put it in reverse, and find somebody who's going to work for whatever. And then here's another thing. We're not talking about, okay, can you give me a deal? If they say their price is their price, just make sure they're going to do their job. That's it.
Okay.
That's
It's hard to know though, like, and that's what we were talking about. It's hard to know, like, everyone's gonna tell you they're gonna do their job. It's hard to figure out who that person, like that is hard. I don't envy people trying to figure that out. Like, and that's in every area. Like, who do I pick? Da-da-da. It's hard.
I agree. I think that being an attorney is a very, very, very hard thing to do because you actually have to deal with different personalities, different patients, and different perspectives of the case. Some things change within that case that makes everything change for your case. And you got to consider some people's backgrounds are very, very different.
Ooh, say that.
So this person may be a first-time offender. This person may be a fifth-time offender. And the fifth-time offender has bigger dreams of getting the lesser time than the person that's a first-time offender.
Say it again.
So it'll just be a bunch of unrealistic stuff. I'm just being transparent.
Do it
As a person, that's what I'm saying. I used to be in there, like, literally studying this stuff. So,
come on, Mary.
I have advice that I have to just say right now that no one listens to ever. Do not talk on the jail phone, ever, about the case, ever. Because
PSA.
Hey,
I can't even tell you.
People
Hear
got
this.
burnt for that.
Some people, man.
You hear what she's saying, right? She's telling you.
Like,
do not.
it defies all logic
she
to you.
shouldn't even have to say that because it
says,
that.
I know.
Once
It
again,
says
though,
it.
you got newbies coming in. You got people who don't.
Hold on. We got to stop.
No, I'm dead serious. You
I
really
don't care.
think it's
Listen. It's people that have never committed a crime in their life and know not to talk on phones just because they've watched movies. It should be normal. That's why I don't understand how police officers get in front of the courtroom and tell the judge that they found something in plain sight. And there's people that never had this stuff and know to hide it. Like, what are we talking about? Are we being realistic
You
about
can
these
talk
things?
to our clients.
So I'm just being real.
We're in trials.
We do that day one. Mary's
Like, what are we talking
Mary's
about?
bad cop. I'm good cop usually, but both of us are bad cop with this. We literally yell at our clients, do not talk on the phone. We have lost trials. Don't want to get specific. Murder trial. We won't say
We
where.
didn't lose it, but man, we had a case
We had a
beforehand.
really good chance of beating that
That was in
shit
Wisconsin.
until our person talked on the phone,
Let me give an example.
and then we did not beat it.
This is
And I'm sad for him because I like him.
very people.
Whether he did or he didn't do it, I liked him, and we were going to beat it. And he talked on the phone, and I'm mad. Guess who's more mad? Him. Right?
Yeah.
Do not talk on the phone.
2.5 years
That's
into
all.
it too. So like he
That's
was
all.
already there. But here, let me just give you an illustration. Here's how it happens quickly. You call your mom because you want her to bond you out, even though we don't do bond
It's always
here. You
the
call
wife. It's
her,
always the
wife,
wife.
mom. What happened? Da-da. Oh, well, I didn't mean to. And then I thought it was my car. Okay, so now what you've done is place yourself in a
place
car
yourself
and
there.
admitted you did something you didn't mean to do.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So you
You
didn't
smoked
in your
turkey. You
head
smoked turkey.
admit to a
Yep.
crime, or in some cases like ours, I did it for us, the family. That is a that plays.
So let me say this.
Yeah. All right. So but it's hard because the people you're talking to, like,
It's
in
emotional.
your
It's your
custody,
loved
all
ones.
you're
You want to
doing
be
is
able to
thinking about
explain
your case.
yourself. Don't do it.
It takes restraint. Talk about the weather, your kids,
Yeah.
what they're doing, what games you're playing. If you're reading a book, has your attorney called you?
And your family should
that's
call
it.
you and tell you they love you and they're there for you. That's so important.
Read a
Don't
book.
talk about the case. Just talk about
I
anything
don't
else.
get it though. Like
I don't get it either, but it happens.
Does happen.
It might do, but it's just like
You want to process stuff with
at
people you
what
know.
point in time? No, never.
Yeah, but what if it? Yeah.
I'm just being transparent with you. I literally just told my blood cousin this. Your problem is that you don't understand the universe you're playing in. You think you could come in here playing. This is your freedom. This is your livelihood.
That's true.
I don't care if you think you paid him $50,000. If you're innocent, sometimes you have to sell your innocence to your attorney to get them to actually buy into what you're saying, to get them to actually defend for you. Sometimes if you don't do that, they might be like, I don't really want to be the person that gets the bad guy off.
I don't know about that.
Sometimes. I'm just
Maybe.
saying. Like, I know he did it. Why do I, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being
That don't matter.
transparent.
That doesn't. I don't think that should.
That doesn't bother us. I will say though,
matter.
my biggest.
I hope my clients did it because otherwise it's really messed up.
That's
if they're
my
in
biggest.
custody.
My biggest
Innocent clients
fear
are the
on.
hardest.
You say it's
biggest-
really what?
I rather they have done it because then at least then there's not an innocent person sitting in custody. Innocent clients are the worst when we have them because every single day they're in custody, you feel like a failure.
Right,
We have
okay.
quite a few right now,
Yeah.
and it weighs heavy
It's
on
hard. Those are high pressure cases. Not to say.
Fight for
I
everybody,
get the
but
mentality. I mean, and maybe there's some people who are like, I guess I have a
So
hard
does
time.
that matter to you guys at all if they did it or not?
No.
No?
No.
we fight.
If they didn't
no,
do
we
it,
work
that
equally
matters
as
to me a
hard.
lot.
Okay.
But
But the thought of a fully innocent person, whether it's my client
We've
or
had
any
it.
other client,
Yeah.
just in the United States, the thought, I guess the world, the thought of an actual innocent person going to jail or prison for something they didn't do is beyond terrifying to us. I mean, we're criminal defense attorneys, right? Like
But it's
that
on your
that is
watch.
my biggest fear.
yeah. And every day they're in custody. That's even worse because every single day they're laboring under an injustice. So like that's a different type of pressure cooker.
We do well, we win trials, but we've also lost them. And even if
Have we?
objectively
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like half. Yes, we have. Okay.
cocky, I like it.
No,
I
I
like
had
it,
to say-
but even
be an
if
OP
objectively the evidence probably showed our guy did it, that's lawyer talk, I suppose. I still feel like a failure when we lose, right? Like you're not going in there to lose, and we're competitive, right? I
Yeah.
think to answer your question from earlier, half the reason you want to be an attorney, I love arguing, I love winning. I hate losing way more than I like winning, and like you need that because if you don't have that, like I don't know, it's a passion and it's fun and like.
Yeah.
I'm super nervous driving to any trial. Like,
Oh yeah.
I play the same couple pump-up songs. I'm super
Eminem.
nervous.
He plays losers.
I
yeah.
play Eminem and a few other ones. But the second
Tupac gal,
that
but that's
trial
okay.
starts,
That's okay.
I feel incredibly comfortable, and I just love where I'm at. Like, this is where I want to be. And
Well,
if
let
you
me-
don't feel that, you shouldn't be doing it.
Well, let me ask you guys a quick question. What's your record
I have no
as
idea.
far as trial?
A lot of clients ask that.
I
What's
have
your
no
record?
idea. I mean, if you do enough trials, you don't. What's our record?
For trials, not
Yeah, just
not,
trials.
not
just trials.
successes, for trials.
No, trials. Just trials alone. Like when you actually went in front of a judge
that
or
one in
or
Kenosha,
tr-
my
or-
first one in
or-
Kenosha, I lost.
I recently had a murder trial that was found guilty. Before that, I think
won all
we
the
won
other
about
ones.
5 in a row.
Yeah, I want a really.
It
good
depends
one
on
in
the
McHenry,
cases.
where
And
my client was
it is a
innocent.
good question, but it's
Yeah.
not the
It's
ultimate
not really,
question
because it-
because you need to pick
Yeah.
and choose as a defense attorney the right cases to try, right?
Okay.
Like,
But also, if you're winning every
Yes.
case, you're also not taking enough risk, in my opinion.
Okay, I see what you're
Because
saying.
here's the thing: sometimes, like, if
It's a
you're
balance.
like if you're, don't get me wrong, you want to win every case.
Right.
But if your record is only wins, that means, in my opinion, you haven't tried enough.
Try
Because
nothing
sometimes, but yeah,
seriously,
well,
like-
well, because at some point, like, sometimes, and this goes back to what I said earlier about, like, justice is more than an end result. It's how you treat in the process. And I personally believe this from my own experience. Sometimes you can handle a loss, but you want to know that someone fought for you.
Yeah,
You want to be heard, and you can handle the result if you feel heard and you see the evidence.
you
see
think
the-
a person
and you're right, but it's
I.C.E.,
worth
yeah.
because you feel misunderstood and you want to know that someone believed you and fought for you, and you can handle the result if you feel like you were treated like a human and you were heard in the system.
Shit.
music to his ears.
Damn right.
Now, I don't
Wait,
like losing, though.
So,
I'm not a good loser.
He had a question. What was your question?
I was curious because you were talking about wins and losses, but they just said they have their defense clients that they know sometimes are guilty, right? And you have some that are innocent. So what is a loss really? Because you might have a guilty client, but getting him a lesser plea deal might be considered a win also. So what is technically considered a loss?
that's kind of what I was alluding
Yeah.
to. So, like, a win comes
That was
in
a great
many
question.
shapes and forms,
That's true.
and each client's different. Each client has their own history. Each client has their own charges they're facing. But for me, besides number one, I don't want my clients go to jail or prison and be locked in a cage. That's my always number one concern, right? That's obvious. My real biggest fear is giving kids their first felony. So when you talk about wins or losses, and I talk this about all my clients, when I have a young kid charged with a felony and I avoid a felony charge, even if we cop a deal to a misdemeanor, say the evidence was there, right? And a lot of times it is, right? Not always. A lot of times the evidence is there, though. To avoid slapping a felony on a young kid, to me, is everything. And that is always a win. And that's really
This is
what
their future.
that's my biggest fear. Because once you get that, and
Say it, Pat.
it's
Jobs.
tough.
Say it.
That's my biggest
Look
fear.
at that camera and say, once you say it, Pat, please tell
Do
them
it
out
again.
there. I need you to really, this is very important
Your
to
biggest
a lot
fear.
of people out there, and they got to hear what you're saying because once you get that felony, tell them, Pat.
Game
Once you
changer.
get that felony, life becomes a lot harder. But I will say,
It won't
and I will
matter.
say, it's not the end of the world either. You want to do everything you can in life to avoid that. Don't get
Pat.
me wrong.
Pat, I ain't going to let you say that.
But
It's the end of the road.
No, because you don't want people
It's
like
the fucking
stop.
end
there
of the
are
road.
plenty of people
Stop
I've
it.
seen who
It's
have
the
made
end of the fucking road.
lives.
Stop.
I'm going to tell you why I get pulled over.
Here's why
But my
it's not.
point is, it is important
because
to
I
fight
don't
like
want
hell to
people to
avoid
believe that once they get a felony that they give up and they just keep doing stupid shit.
Because that's not true either.
Because prison is worse than a felony. Okay.
Both of you said you served
Well,
time
I
in
will- I
prison,
will say
right?
that-
Like,
The
and look at you
expungement
now,
laws-
so you know that's not true, Paul.
Right.
Well, let me,
You know that's not
well,
true.
Let me say
I'm
this. Let
talking
me say
bullshit.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
We are getting aggressive over
So
here.
two things
Passionate.
can be true at the same time. So like,
Taking all their damn mics.
So being a convicted felon closes a lot of avenues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Does.
so to be transparent, after my first conviction, I did want to try to be a lawyer, but you can't practice anything, right? You can't be a doctor, you can't be a lawyer, you can't be anything that has a license to it for the state. Period. That's just what it is. But does that mean that's the end of the road? No, there's so many other great things you can be outside of that. It does come with a lot of tarnishment
course,
in the
yeah.
very beginning. But you got, just like anything in life, you got to just keep working and prove yourself worthy, and then you will slowly wipe that off of your record and your background, and people will
15 years
give you
you
an
need.
opportunity and chance, huh?
You need 15 years.
So let me just
I'm
say
sick
this:
of you,
the
man.
stealing laws are better than they used to be. Like,
Paul ain't like that. He like, they closed the door on me. They
You need
forgot about
15
me.
years.
I mean, we
They
should-
say 7,
You need
but
15 clean. Fuck what they said. You need 15 clean. I'm a living legend. You need 15 clean. Keep your ass out of trouble 15 years and so on because it's hard.
it's hard. You're
The
crippling,
jobs
you're
they
crippling
say.
yourself.
Listen, can I say this one thing though? They tell you that they got your back when you come home. They say you done did your time. It's over with.
that is true. That is the
That's
bullshit.
bullshit.
That's bullshit. I don't. That's
They're
the
not
one
there
thing,
to help.
That's the one thing I do not like about it. You're not really reinstated into society.
Fuck no.
To give you a chance, and that actually just
I
closes
agree.
the door on you and make you actually go back. And I also feel like, for anybody that's out there committing any crimes that's for financial gain, not substance abuse or things of that nature. I'm not talking about those individuals where people can actually learn trades and skills. I think that should be punishments where they are enabling, well, not enabling, but making people capable of actually providing themselves a lifestyle or a way to live and provide for themselves, because what they got right now is not it. It's, to be honest with you, I experienced it for a long period of time. It's nothing but a school of criminals teaching each other how to be better criminals, and that's just being
Vocational
real.
training would be great if they could, DuPage. We don't have to get into politics, but I do think that there's a lot of room for improvement if they could bring in some vocational. Because the great thing about vocational training is you can raise a family on that.
Yes.
You work with your hands. It's a good, honest living. There's security. Like, you get paid well.
Yes.
And you can normally, even if you have a criminal record, like like some of those rules are a bit looser. But a lot of times for people who, I think younger people who maybe like ADD or whatever, they're more active and maybe more inclined to get in trouble, not because they're bad, but because like they're young, right? And maybe like going to higher education just it's not for them, and that's fine. But there's plenty of other paths you can take to make money other than like get into vocational training, learn to be a mechanic. All those things are lifelong skills where you could truly raise a family
And
nowadays.
you could check a bag.
Yeah,
as they
and
say.
like but also those are good options for people if you do have some sort of criminal stuff in your past.
Yes.
Find a good mentor.
Trucking
Find someone
is
to
a big
teach you
one
a
now.
skill. Trucking, a
Is
skill.
it?
Yeah. The problem is my favorite clients, all CDL drivers, then you gotta drive perfect. My CDL drivers are like stuck getting in trouble for driving.
But they are
But
the
you can
ones
make
that
a-
take
but
it
you can make a living.
serious. The
But you
ones
can
that
make a
take it
living.
serious, they don't be playing.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I can't be drinking and driving.
Yeah,
Boy, they'll take my
exactly.
CDLs.
Exactly.
Boy, they be
But
dead
it's a good way
serious
to make a
about it.
living.
They be dead serious.
Yeah.
I don't be speeding, boy.
$42
They'll take
an
my
hour.
CDL.
Will you?
They'll take your CDL. I'm like, okay.
And I really wish, and this is me like praying to the world, hoping that it works, but I really hope that our incarceration, like whether it be in juvenile justice program or local or in like state prisons, if they could implement some sort of vocational training and certification for people so they could re-enter society without feeling like they walk out with even like, okay, now we can't sell drugs, do whatever. I'm walking out even less capable of helping myself than before. Like, it's hard when society demands that you be over here, and then you finally are willing to be over here, but then they make it damn near impossible for you to get here, right? So I do think there's a lot of room in our society to hopefully fix that. But I will say with the expungement laws and and sealing, it seems like every year they make it a little bit better in Illinois, or like it used to be really hard.
Yeah, well, I just
it's
got
getting
my
a
stuff
little
sealed,
better. Yeah, it's a little getting better.
I got a question. Rob got a question. Rob Foster said, the Clean State Act to remove felonies. Is that it?
Yeah.
Curious how she feels about it because we were talking about removing felonies.
I got mine removed, sealed.
Sealed.
Yeah.
I do a lot of that.
I didn't like the fact that they didn't expunge it.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's what the
But
judge
for all
said.
intensive purposes, you're
Yeah.
probably okay. But there's reasons why.
No,
Yeah.
the judge explained it to me because I
Yeah,
don't
but I agree
don't
with you.
necessarily like just let it be like that. You got to explain to me, like I need to know. So he kind of like basically explained
been
why it was
battling
sealed
on.
versus expunged.
It's good to get this off our
That
chest.
don't
but
read that
don't-
question. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I've been babbling off. But so we basically can say that's what keeps y'all both motivated, right?
What part? We said a lot of words. Sorry. I don't know
You
which
just
one to
dove
talk
right
about.
in, no context. Go ahead.
What keeps you motivated at doing your job, both of you? Basically,
Helping people.
Helping.
I mean, it's very simple,
Yeah,
right?
it's rewarding. I mean, we also have a business. Like, we like to be able to survive. But, I mean,
Make a
there's,
living,
I mean,
right.
obviously you want to stay alive financially, but there's other ways to make money.
No, don't
Like,
say,
yeah.
don't take us wrong. Like
Yeah.
we live a blessed
Yeah,
life.
Oh,
We-
okay, I was
we-
gonna
yeah.
ask that.
No,
Like,
we do-
does
we
it really
do-
pay like
No,
it's
but
like
it's
they
really,
think it
it's,
is?
We
it's
do
really
well.
rewarding.
We make less than most other attorneys and other
Yeah, criminals.
kinds, right? Like
Yeah.
family attorneys, business attorneys. We
Yeah.
don't make that kind of money, but
You make a
do
living.
okay.
I'm not going to sit here. We live a very blessed
Yeah.
life and are very fortunate for what
you
we
what.
get and live a very comfortable life.
it's gonna be constant. Yeah, I know that's
Yeah.
right.
But it's also
gonna be
meaningful.
constant.
Like you
Yeah.
get. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's days where you get home, you're like, I just feel like I slammed my head into a wall all day.
There are days
long.
that are
Yeah,
horrible, but
it's also rewarding because you get to be like, we get to be a stranger to a person and walk in and instantly be like one of the most important people that they'll meet in their whole life. That's an honor. That's a cool thing. You get to
Yeah.
be there for people in these pivotal moments. Also, you get to be there for a moment when people go through like the trauma of being arrested or going through something. In my opinion, they become more malleable. They're at a moment where like things could actually change course because they're hit with a certain reality. So if you want, you kind of have an opportunity to help like them redirect their life in a way, right? And that's cool. I don't know.
we're half therapists. That's
Yeah.
not really our job. Our job's to get the best.
And sometimes you just
possible
get arrested
legal
the next week
outcome.
also. I don't know.
But half our job is literally being a therapist, and we take that serious, especially with the young kids, right? Like, knock them in the side of the head, like, listen, and we tell them, like, I hope to never see you again, right?
absolutely.
And they check in. Our clients check in with us, and that is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
It really is.
When they're
Paul,
doing
you
that.
got a question?
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna get through some of these because I've been messing up with personal stuff.
Well, we know your whole life now.
I mean, people out there, I know I got off track, man. Y'all forgive me.
I'm looking
but
at your
it
attorney.
just, it hit me there, man. I had to get that off my. I've been holding that in
That's
for a long
good.
time. But anyway, how long does it take to become an attorney?
4 years at college, 3 years of law school, plus a bar exam.
Okay.
I mean, you can make that longer, but that's generally how that
Pat,
goes.
same. You agree?
Correct.
Okay. What do you have to do? I mean, to travel across the state line to be counsel?
Oh wait, by the way, we work in Wisconsin too, for whatever
to
that's
them.
worth.
Talk
I
to
forgot.
them then.
I forget
Yeah.
to tell people that.
So
yeah.
it's state by state, right? Each
Yeah.
state has
Yeah.
different rules
Bar.
with how you can become barred. For Illinois and Wisconsin, which is obviously for us, we're right on the border. If you have 5 years of experience, which you did at the time, you have to pass the character and fitness. Essentially, you just have to give Wisconsin a lot of money and send a lot of references and file a ton of paperwork.
Yeah.
And they'll let you be a lawyer up there. That's more or less what we did.
I have advice.
I mean, I'm just.
Yeah.
This is the Real Talk podcast.
Yeah,
That's really all
there
you got to
you
do.
go.
Wait, I have to give him some serious advice. It's like the cell phone thing.
All right, good.
For dear Lord, if you live in Zion or Lake County, do not flee and elude in Wisconsin. Just stop.
Pleasant
I do
Prairie,
not
do not do it.
care. I
Do
do
not
not care
do
what
it.
you have in your car. If it is guns or do not flee and elude. You will go to prison. I promise you. There we go.
That's real talk.
It's
Well,
not
that's
like
real
Illinois.
talk.
If you're
I'm
from
serious.
Illinois and you partake in any crimes, you should already know. Don't even go up there.
You think Lake County's
no
bad?
idea.
Welcome to Wisconsin.
Especially Kenosha, and you're
Man,
from
listen,
Illinois.
I be
Ooh.
vacuuming the car. I don't even play like that up there. You can't even breathe.
And
right
once
up
you
there.
get out of Wisconsin back into Illinois, don't think you're safe because they've already radioed Winthrop Parter and Zion, and they've been flagging you and following your flock, and just don't.
For the
We'll
longest
do a whole
of
nother
time.
talk on flock
Yeah,
cameras.
we'll have a
I
whole
hate
nother-
them. They're
Wait, what
unconstitutional.
is that?
You know what flock cameras are?
No,
All
I
right.
heard of them.
So I think that's the company that makes them, but essentially there's these cameras that are literally everywhere now, and they take pictures of every single car and license plate in person at literally all times.
It's just a
Right.
license
And they
plate.
keep them for X amount of time, right? So when an
All
officer...
those are the ones that they be subpoenaing to the courtroom to
Correct.
see if you was in the vicinity of the area.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is but it
has a function.
It's
I don't
good.
know.
It's
It has
good
a
for
function.
law
But
enforcement,
but you made a statement that said it was like kind of like illegal, right?
I think it's unconstitutional.
You
No,
think
that's
so?
his opinion.
I do.
Okay, so hold
No,
on.
I
so
think they will
wanna,
be found unconstitutional. They are
so
garbage.
you gotta tell me how that is if they're being in the public premises and you're allowed to video record.
Well, I mean, you have to ask yourself, do you want to live in a police state, kind of like the Orwell novels, where every single thing is recorded? Because, yes,
No,
it
no.
can catch a
Already is.
criminal doing a bad thing. Society, great. That's awesome, right?
Yes.
But it's also going to catch someone going to their
Steal
church,
your baby, don't matter.
going to their mosque, going
Right.
to things where
Doing the nasty.
no-
we deserve privacy and we have rights as Americans, and we don't deserve to be constantly monitored by the government and for them to know everything, and that's wrong.
I agree with you, but because I have some understanding of the law, I think that it won't be found unconstitutional due to the fact that it's in a public place.
Well, I said it should be. I don't think
Oh,
it will be.
okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
why I was
things.
like,
That's
it's
Okay.
very
Okay.
strong feelings
I'm like,
about
no, they ain't going for
Yeah.
that because people get off on that, right? Like people get like. So one of the major things that they do not under no circumstance for the most part is law enforcement's infringing on people's privacies. That's one of the main things. That's how the RICO thing out here got thrown out because they was infringing on their privacy with these illegally, well, we could say illegally now, but falsified documents that said that they can infringe and tap these phones and record these phones. and things like
Wiretaps
that.
is an interesting history, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's one of the big things of privacy, but I think they do that because of the government.
It's a balancing act because it's easy to say, like, and this is me putting on my other hat, like, okay, yes, they're infringing upon your rights by seeing your license plate, but there's generally rules that they can only do it if there's a certain hit, like there's a baby, like, so hypothetically, say your kid's kidnapped, right, and they see it take off in a certain car, and it's driving, right? Well, they can, and they know it's like a red Ford, whatever, right? They can only then, like, track for those, that sort of identification, right? Like, so there are limitations on it, but I think Pat's generally right. Like, it is scary, but the problem is we've availed ourselves to a police state. Look at your cell phones. Look at your Ring cameras. Like, so,
Yeah.
I mean, we can say that, but we've availed ourselves to it.
and
So, like, that's what's hard, is it's not a big jump. We've done it
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different policy argument.
Facts
and I think,
only.
Pat, you're right.
No, saving.
Kind of.
But
saving a kid
Ring
that's
has that new
kidnapped,
thing,
great,
too.
But
Yeah.
Ring has that thing too now, where they're
Yeah,
saying
it's-
that
that's a whole
the
nother
police
argument,
department
though, yeah.
can actually get this. Like, it's a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. It's
So-
not great for defense attorneys, but yeah.
I want to move right along. Have you both ever wanted to just quit?
Why
Yes.
would you put them on the
But
spot?
no.
I'm being. I
Yeah,
mean,
not like for
be a
real.
profession. I mean, being an attorney. Period.
There's times I've thought about, I'm like, why? I like, I've worked so hard to be this stressed out.
in a moment, yes, but overall,
No.
it's more rewarding than it is otherwise. Honestly,
Never for real.
Yeah.
So, what do you specialize in, and what do you specialize in?
You go first, Pat.
I mean,
Pretty much the same shit.
we do criminal law. That's it. And people ask, what does that mean? I've got a ton of traffic tickets, speeding tickets, cell phone tickets. I don't know if you know anyone like that. But
I beat my shit, Pat. Beat my shit. Because, for real, guess what? I never went to trial.
I never
I
even
never
went
went
to
to
court.
trial.
They gave
and
me
my
that
whole
weak
entire
ass
listen,
ticket.
though. This was really fucked up. He had about 30 of us in there, and they were doing a sting, a cell phone sting. I had the thing. I'm driving. I had my phone on a sticky majig. It drops. I'm at the stoplight. The phone just bloop, dropped down. I reached down, not reach. I reached down, and he was like, "Hey." I'm like, "What are you? Me?"
Who are you?
He pulled me over, and he was rude from the start. I was being nice. I was like, what's that? You on your cell phone talking? I'm like, whoa. I said, I reached out there, my phone dropped. We're not gonna play this game. I want to talk.
That's the pettiest officer in the world, though.
But listen,
when they
he had
pull
30
it
of
over
them.
for cell phone.
Pat here went inside court. He said, we're going to trial. First thing I looked at him, like, because I'm terrified of anything to do with court, period. You can give me a little ticket that I got to pay. I'm done. I'm dead serious. I'm terrified with this
I believe you after that.
You know?
After that
Hell
last.
yeah, after
you
that
did.
woo-whoppy. Yep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's funny.
It's crazy. I talked to Pat. Pat said, "Man, we're going to trial." I said, "I don't want to go to trial." He said, "No, Paul, we're going to trial." I said, "I don't want to go to trial." He said, "You don't trust me?" So here's the thing. He said, "You don't trust me?" I said, "No, I trust you." He said, "So we're going to trial. Relax." Went to trial. We got up there.
You was stressed the whole time.
Boy, Pat was talking his ass off. I was like, "Oh, this is what this trial shit about. Let's get him go." Because I've never seen him in that form.
Right.
He was at it. No, you said this. You said that. You said this, and I was like, "Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's my motherfucking attorney." You know. We walked up. That shit was over with. And the rest of the guys, he let them go as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what I'm saying is, feeling comfortable. This goes back to feeling comfortable. With
Through the process.
I talked to him. We talked on the phone. I said, "Hey, this is what happened." And honestly, I said, "Man, look, if I would have did that, I would just say, give me the little ticket. I'm cool. I don't want to be coming in his face. Or, I got fears of coming to court, shit like that. Even if it's a ticket, because it took me a long time to get my license because I was just driving wrong, speeding, all type of stuff. And shout out to Dan Zeit. Dan Zeit got my fucking license.
Love
When
Danny
I-
Love
Zeit.
Danny
Love
Zeit.
Danny Zeit.
Shout out to Dan
He's
Zeit.
the best.
When I came home from prison, he says, "Come on, kid, let's get your license." He got me my license. And I've been legal ever since then.
I'm proud of you,
Rolling.
man.
Hell yeah.
Because I hate for you to catch a case, boy.
No. Hey, listen.
Panic button.
No.
Get me out of here!
And let me tell you something. When I got caught, it was the craziest thing because I got my ass whooped. I got whooped up. And I'm like, man, just come with this shit?
This is
So I ain't signed up for this.
I ain't signed up to get beat up.
I signed up for the money and the bling bling.
And listen, lo and behold, you want to go home? Yeah, but we got to go upstairs. No, I'm good. I got to live in my area.
They ain't want to. They ain't
That's
convert
when I
you.
hired the
They
attorney.
ain't convert you. They ain't convert you to a Muslim.
They was going to try to.
They tried to convert you
They
to
was
a
going to try
Muslim.
to, but hey, look
That's
here.
a
I
sacrifice.
got an attorney.
Make
I'm
a
call this attorney. I got, because I'm cocky. I got some money at home. You know what I mean? It worked like that.
It don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
Don't
So
mean
don't get in
nothing.
trouble. Here's another thing. I got this right here. If two people get into a non-domestic physical altercation,
How they get it or not?
a non-domestic,
They're not dating.
Okay.
non-domestic, okay?
bar
Okay.
fight.
So physical altercation. What happens next when y'all both get arrested?
Both of you?
The loser goes to the hospital and the winner gets arrested.
If they're both arrested.
Wow.
That's a joke,
Yeah.
but that is
So let me ask-
that's
so-
Yeah. Wait.
it's
Are
not
they
how it
both
should be, but
arrested?
that's
There's no mutual combat laws
Well,
here.
no,
Oh,
that's what I was
100%
gonna say.
there
I was gonna
is,
say, are they
but-
both arrested? Because then you have a good argument for mutual
Because
combat.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a situation where a person tried to press charges on me, and they came over there and they put the cuffs. I'm like, well, I want to press charges too. So they told him to turn around. They're like, wait, what you taking me to jail for? Like, well, you said you wanted to press charges on him, so he said he wanted to press charges. Like, well, I don't want to press charges then. They said, so I said, if he ain't pressing charges, I ain't pressing charges. They let us both go.
That's maturity.
Yeah, they let us, because I ain't going. If we was in this together, big fella.
So now, the reason for that is because I know if you get into fights and stuff, what happens, Mary? Can you educate us on that?
Well, if you get just
Non-domestic,
non-domestic, and wait, they both, you gotta give me the
two guys get into it, duking it out, boop, bop, beep, beep, bop, stuff like
And-
that.
Well, I mean, are they both arrested or just one of them?
Both arrested.
Well, if they're both arrested, you have a
downtown, what
good
happened?
chance. Well, you have a good chance at what he said in mutual combat. But okay, so you're both arrested. Walk them through the process. Is it a felony? Let's say
It's a felony.
Let's
We
say it's a
fighting.
felony.
We
Say
get it
they
in.
say they get each other pretty good. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to get processed, and then they're going to go in front of a judge for first appearance court. That's the new. They used to
arraignment?
call it bond court. It's not. No,
Oh,
not
okay.
yet. Arraignment's later. So first appearance court is
That's what they call it now?
yeah. That's because remember the Safety Act.
Great question.
Yeah. So first appearance court, that's where you'll go in front of the judge and the prosecutor will decide if it's a detainable offense. Say it's like say they got each other goods, aggravated battery, right? The state will decide, do we want to ask to detain him for the duration of the case, right? Because it's not like you can't bond out or not. It's all or
Listen,
nothing.
y'all. Listen at home.
Right? So if the state decides not to ask for a petition to detain, they say no, then the judge that day will give you basically your next court date, right? And then you'll be able to leave the jail, whatever, come back to the next court date. Then you'll do like whatever status of preliminary hearing. Either way, you'll be free for the rest of that case, right?
Right.
And then you'll get to arraignment. Now, if you are actually, if they do ask to detain you, right? So that'll, normally it's in the morning in Lake County, first appearance court. The state will say, no, we're asking to detain him. So they'll keep you locked up. They normally pass it to the afternoon, and you'll go in front of a separate judge who just does detention hearings. And the state will basically run a hearing to ask to detain you. They'll have to meet a certain legal criteria. And your defense attorney, if you don't have one, the public defender will step up for you, or your private attorney, and basically you'll argue based on the factors set out by law as to why you should or should not be detained for the duration of your case.
Okay.
If you are detained, there's chances that you can basically ask for have it be reconsidered, or like go in front of a judge later to ask to be released. That gets more complicated. But if you aren't, right, if they say you're released, then you'll probably be put on pretrial, some sort of pretrial, like where you go, test, make sure you aren't doing drugs, things like that. Maybe there's a no contact order with the person that you got to fight with. And then you will be able to ride out the rest of your case out of custody.
Okay. I got a great question. And this is something that I wanted to do, but this is one of the things that the attorneys told me that they would not pursue. My question is, why is it that Lake County gets to violate every single person's due process rights by not allowing them the opportunity to have a preliminary hearing?
Okay, so
and they automatically just do this grand jury indictment.
So that's
thing.
not a violation of the due process. And here's why. First off, prelim.
I'm gonna listen to you.
Tell
You're
you
the
why.
lawyer. You pass, so I'm not.
And I'll let
Go
Pat.
ahead.
Well, because they have an option, right? So they can So they can either elect to do a grand jury to get that indictment, right, or they can do a preliminary hearing. So this county elects they would rather do it by grand jury than preliminary hearings. Every once in a while there's a prelim, very rarely. But
So-
you can answer the rest.
I'll go back to my first statement that I tell clients,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just because I believe in morally what is happening is wrong doesn't mean it's legally wrong, right? So
Right.
they have two options. When you demand a preliminary hearing, it starts the clock and the state has a certain amount of time to run a preliminary hearing. But under the law, they can also send your case to a grand jury, and if they find probable cause, right, they can indict you that way. And the law allows for both. It's not a good look, though, and it doesn't allow people to have faith in the system, because for a grand jury, defense attorney, not there, judge, not there, defendant,
Secret.
not there. It's only a prosecutor who, by the way, that same prosecutor has been with that same grand jury for a month, buying them bagels every single day for a month. I say that because I was one of them. I did that. So you're almost friends with the grand jurors at that
This is
point,
a
and the
fact.
cop stands up there. And there's no counter argument. There's nothing. There's no judge
Gets
even
led
there.
through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you're talking to a person that I'm mad.
It's a rubber stamp. It's a rubber stamp.
And it's
And it
going to
shouldn't
get
be,
every
but it
time.
is.
So I'm saying this because, unlike you, I did see my discovery. But not only did I see my discovery, I seen my grand jury indictment
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's
right.
important. Yeah.
And
There
I
is a
read,
court
and I
reporter.
I
Yeah.
read them, right? And
Yeah.
then I'm sitting here watching in real time this attorney leading the witness. And isn't it true that this is and didn't and I'm like, and then guess what? Sometimes the officer ain't even the officer that was there. His testimony is that he has knowledge of what happened. And they actually utilize this to get you indicted. And I'm saying that I was a victim of this because even in my trial, when we talked about this, I said, hey, I had my attorney address. I said, this guy wasn't there on the scene. He wasn't an arresting officer. He was nothing. They questioned this guy about how did you have knowledge or how did you testify in front of the grand jury that you knew these things? He said, I had knowledge because they showed me the police report. I read the police reports. And this is what's going on in this county. They're actually indicting people on somebody else
Not
that
just
ain't
this
even
county.
there.
On every case.
So it's
Not
like,
just-
so that's why I'm saying, like, it's definitely, no, being, you laughing. I'm not feeling like
Yo,
you
man,
right
you should
now.
have known better.
So first off, let's be crystal clear. I knew better.
Okay.
This is the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I was trying to sue for this thing because this is a violation, period. You're not giving people a fair chance in crossing the officers, which means that they can go up here and just say anything, and they're just indicted off nothing. And then when you're actually going between your emotions, you don't know if the officer has lied, the stories haven't changed. And so guess what? The real prosecutors are polishing these officers on what to say in these preliminary hearings, in these motion hearings, in these certain situations, because they don't know the law. Let's be transparent. These officers don't know the law, but they are policy enforcers. They're enforcing it. I don't understand how an officer can enforce a law and only went to a training for 6 months to a year, and a lawyer has to go to school for 7 years to know the law. That's tweaking me out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I 100% agree.
But
More
it
training.
is what it is.
Yeah.
You must be
That's
talking
a
about Officer
logical
White.
question.
No, so let me be real with you. All right, Officer White he was hell, but he was real. Everybody, listen.
Isn't he a 90s dude?
Yes, 90s, 2000s.
He's a
So no.
planting drugs
he
kind
will
of.
plant
Yeah.
drugs on your
No, I'm
ass.
not knocking that.
Yes.
I'm not knocking
Can we
that.
not-
You know, I
can we get
know.
off here?
You know that. He said,
Can we get off
No, I
here?
know that he had that.
Came right home.
I know he was.
Big shout out to Mike Nearheim. I fresh home.
No,
The
I'm just-
motherfucker was like, damn, you home early. I'm like, that ain't
No,
not even driving.
Officer White, it was like that, and he would talk to
will put
you
some shit
as if
on
you was talking to him. He'll call you, "What's up, Paul?
Yep.
You gonna come kick it with us and talk to us again?" You be like, "Nigga, I don't talk
Listen.
to you."
His name
Make it sound like you a
and his
snitch.
picture needs to be on there. He will set your ass up. He is bad.
The
I don't even know how they kept him.
The man unit back then was horrible. They was tearing people up.
Policing's changed a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has
He
changed.
would send your ass up. If he didn't like you,
You was smoke.
oh, this is it. This fucking car just left a detail shop. Are you kidding me?
But
And you would get in trouble.
No, facts
And guess
only.
what? The rest of the police would cuff him out.
yeah, the Valcos had a bad name. White
Lord
had a
have mercy, he was
name.
terrible.
Summer, Oliver, they had
Well,
bad names.
I'm
All
just
of them
saying,
guys
I'm
had
glad
bad
I
names.
lived past it, but I never thought when I used to hear when I was away, I would hear people say, all the time, and I always think they was lying. I was like, man, I know what I did. I did my time. I was like, no, they put guns on you in Chicago. They do this. I said, man, that shit don't go on in Waukegan. As soon as I got home, a month later, he see me. He was like, get out, question me, pet me down. Hold up, I'm on parole. What are you doing? I found something. Dude, I don't even sell that. So why you trying to put me on? And this was the craziest thing. I told Mike near house, I said, hey man, you know my MO. I don't even sell that shit. So he lying all the way. You know he lying.
This was way before Mike was a judge.
Yeah. That was my
He
attorney.
was a
Mike
defense
Nearhouse.
attorney.
I'm like,
Oh, he is a
Yeah.
He
But here's my
graduated.
thing.
He
yeah,
graduated.
but my thing was knowing somebody and talking to him like, hey, I ain't taking this shit. I ain't did. I'm fresh home. I ain't even get good yet.
So let me ask you this.
We gonna keep
Who was your worst judge?
Oh man. Do we have to be
you
for
know
this?
what though? To be honest, I'm just saying who's really.
Do you guys feel comfortable answering
As
that?
long as we don't have to be implicated.
No,
in
no, no,
talking
no.
No.
Paul can say whatever he
I'm gonna
wants.
say this.
Okay, that's
for
fine.
me and you,
Do I
I would
stop
say
now?
who's more firm in telling you if you come back in this courtroom, he gonna nail your ass.
Who?
Boris.
Okay.
Boris is gonna tell you hands down.
So,
but he's fair though.
Is he? Okay.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
say this.
I'm not knocking.
If he thinks that you got an inkle bit of you a little innocent, he throwing that shit out. He not playing no games in this courtroom. That's the only one I've seen.
Okay. So, I'm gonna tell you who I think was the fairest.
We ain't got too much long though.
And I'm gonna tell you who I think was the worst. So I think Judge Rossetti was the fairest. And not on my end. I'm just saying I've watched her tell attorneys, I'm not sending this guy to prison. He needs help. Right? I'm like, damn, the judge told
She's
him
a very
that.
good judge.
But in my opinion, Peconiac was.
We're not doing that on this
I love
podcast.
Peconiac.
We're not doing this.
I'm just being honest.
Wait, he's a defense attorney now.
We like Teddy P. So
Yeah.
Teddy
like
P.
Teddy
They
P.
call him Teddy P.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I'll say this. You
It's
asked, but
hilarious.
wait, stop. I'm gonna do a defense shout out for Judge Peconiac. You can ask anyone who's been a public defender for a long time or did motion practice on him. You can ask your old boy.
I believe.
He granted more motions suppressed than probably any other judge. for
Did he?
defense. Yeah.
Did.
Don't get me wrong. He
I
had a
think that
demeanor.
guy Stride probably denied the most. I don't know.
Love him too. All right, let's move on. No more judge talking.
Let's move on. We're not talking about individuals.
We're not talking
Judge
individuals.
Shred's a great guy too. Let's move on.
I'll eat something else.
I'm just being
Oh, listen. Listen. Last question for me. What advice could you give a client if they got pulled over?
Boom. Don't talk.
Say as little as possible, but be fully
what?
cooperative. The battle does not start there. By fully cooperative, don't tell them anything, but give them your ID. Never resist. You're never going to win a battle with a cop
polite.
in the moment. You're going to fight it
polite.
later with an attorney. Be polite. Give them nothing. And that's it.
Are we allowed to let them search though?
Look,
Before we
no,
use
hold
it?
on. If you're getting
Hell no, don't let them search your
Okay,
car.
I just want to
No.
know. I want to know
But-
because
Officer, how can I help you? Here's
is what
my
I do.
ID. Here's
I'm
my
gonna tell
ID.
you.
Nothing further.
I'm telling you.
Nothing further.
My names get ran. Of course, my background comes up. And
No.
we got the dogs and all the other stuff. Yes, I don't do anything, so go ahead.
No.
I'm just saying I do.
You can.
But,
Fine. Don't do it.
I don't do that.
but what I'm saying,
I'm,
go ahead, do what you got to do because I got things to do.
Right.
It's not my life. So go ahead, do what you got to do.
Right.
But I want to document. I want to get this information because then I want to say this for harassment.
well, that's a.
See, I don't let them infringe on
that's
me.
gonna. No.
I don't let them
I'm not
infringe on
speeding
me.
nothing.
No.
I don't
They're
let
allowed to do this.
I don't let them infringe. I don't let them go outside the
different
scope of
questions.
what they pulled me over for. I don't let them question my passengers. That's because I know certain things.
Okay.
And I don't like the. So let me ask you guys this. I think I said this to the other guys that was on. He was an officer. In your opinion, the inventory search, do you think that is a bogus loophole that they are using to violate your right to an illegal search and seizure? And I'm
think
only saying that
there's
because
a legal basis for it, but does it get used for
Yes.
that?
yeah, okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Because I said this. I
But
said,
is there like I get the rationale behind it, but like yeah.
but no. So why do you get the rationale?
How many
Because
bombs have they found in those cars that they need to
no,
protect
but
when
that's
they?
not
None.
it. No,
None.
but it's not bombs.
No, I'm
because
saying they're
also-
doing
no,
an
no,
inventory
stop.
search of
Say
your
you have
personal stuff.
No,
That's
say
what
you
I
have a
mean.
bunch of jewelry in your car.
Okay.
Say you have a bunch of jewelry in your car,
Uh-huh.
and now you get your car back, and you're saying, I'm suing you because your officer stole all my jewelry. Well, there
Right.
was an inventory search.
Right.
Right. So that's right. There's a legal
So,
basis for it,
No,
but
I'm not negating that, but I'm
but
saying
is
I
it
think that they
used
should
as a-
ask them that. Like, hey, do you mind if we conduct a search? They say
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
right? Now all of a sudden you want to tow my vehicle and you want to conduct an inventory search and you did not ask me, do I consent to that? Well, then if I do consent, I sign this piece of paper saying I consent.
Got it.
If I don't consent, I sign this piece of paper saying I don't consent, which means that I'm responsible for anything that may come up missing. That's an easy way to fix it, and I think that they're using that to abuse
No,
that
you're
aspect.
right.
I'm just
no,
telling
I'm
you.
not. I said you're right.
Well, okay.
You're right.
It gets past probable cause to search a vehicle.
Yeah.
That's what
absolutely,
it does. It jumps
absolutely.
right past that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we lit.
I'm a little
you
froze.
guys did
I'm
a
a little
great
froze, that's
job.
all.
You guys did a great job for the questions that I asked. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would recommend you guys to anybody.
So here's
For
what I
sure.
want to say in closing because my cameras will be shutting off in a minute. We talking. I gotta have them come back. We gotta come back.
Wait, stop.
No.
Wait, Catherine Hatch.
Go ahead.
Can I
Yes.
make one?
Go
Wait,
ahead.
first of all, let me just say this. So the Fosters who are here and recording everything you don't see on here, they're awesome. They just did our whole
Yes.
new photo shoot that's not up yet. Our less than savory photos that are on our website will not be there forever. The Fosters took great photos. You should hire them if you are in a business and you want help
Absolutely.
with that. But
What's your
also,
website? What's your phone number? Plug
Yeah.
it. Plug it.
I'm gonna plug it.
Okay,
There you
and then
go.
I have another plug after this.
That's good. Go ahead, Pat. You got something you want to say?
No, wait,
shout out to
he's
somebody?
gonna do it. Wait, is
Mary
he doing
does.
something?
No, you're good.
Okay, so we've talked about criminal law this whole
Yeah,
time.
we want to talk about.
We recently kind of acquired maybe a family. Okay, so Catherine Hatch is a former public defender, 15 years, just ran a murder with Pat, did crazy amounts of criminal law, fantastic attorney, who also did family law, has done family law for the past 5 or 6 years. She just went out on her own, but she's going to be in our office. So Catherine Hatch, law office of Catherine Hatch, she is I'm going to swear again, a badass attorney. And we are really excited. So if you do have family law stuff, we are happy to help you. Super excited. She's awesome, and she just is joining our office like now.
Where
That's
is the new
dope.
location?
There you go.
Oh yeah, we have a new location. You go.
501 North Route 21, Suite 116 in Gurney. Just past Stevens, just north of Washington on Milwaukee.
Okay.
Or just
That's
go to our
where we're
wwebsite.
at.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say,
Or
wait,
go to
Route
our website.
21.
BradyColdLaw.com.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Okay.
We're right in between.
They used to be on Grand.
We did used to be on Grand, but now we're in like a professional building. So there's
Oh,
three.
what you mean?
Wait a
I like
minute.
the
Is
place
that
was
is that
That's
the
like
is
a
that the
house.
place that's on Milwaukee? Like if you're going south, it's on your left hand side with all those like suites over there. Okay,
There's like
perfect.
3 different red brick
Yeah,
buildings.
yeah,
Looks like a big
We're the middle
medical
one.
kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's called like Windsor Courts.
built
It's
like
the middle
George and
one.
Wheezy.
Yeah, middle one.
Because I think that's before Washington, right? A little bit before
Right
Washington.
after
Right
you're going
before it.
south.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right before.
yeah.
right before it.
Yeah. You know, I'm
And Mary
familiar.
made her office look fancy. So
Did she?
Thank
I gotta
you.
come in there.
Oh
and
my
check it
God,
out.
you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out
nice.
because
Yeah, it's
I like the house though. You asked me, you had front yard,
And
It's
back
style,
it had-
it's
We
not
could have
my style.
barbecued over there and everything.
It had
First thing you thought about was
It had
barbecue.
character.
Barbecue, you know what I mean? By the way, Mary and Pat, they play softball. Catch 'em.
Volleyball.
Volleyball, I mean. Volleyball.
Volleyball.
I don't.
Why I say
I
softball?
Well, Fat Man's.
Yeah, they good.
Okay,
They
okay.
good. They got you playing this year?
I buy pizza for people.
You not playing? Mary, you played. You was
The
good.
one time I was not good. Every once in a while I play. Pat
He's-
plays. I'm sometimes
play?
the captain.
I do play. Love it.
I love it too, but I don't play. I played out in Racine. We be playing our on Mondays.
You gotta do that again.
It's
No, for
fun.
sure, for
It's
sure.
fun
It's,
in the
it's
summer.
super
It's a nice-
fun.
yeah.
It's super duper
Yeah.
fun. It's some of the best fun I had in a
Anybody
while.
you guys want to give a special shout out to? Because
The Ballymuck.
Bally
That's for
Okay.
Pat. That's for Pat.
Okay, Pat. Look
You
at
know,
the Irish.
Nah.
No.
Anybody else like the team? Y'all want to say? You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'd
Say
be a very dumb man if I didn't say
Yeah.
my beautiful wife, Lindsay.
Yes.
All
Thank
right,
you.
I want you to say that. I
Thank you
was
for
looking
letting me
at
do
you, Pat,
this.
like,
Thank you for letting me
I
do
didn't
this.
see
Yeah.
her here.
Lindsay's,
She was all right,
yeah.
you know.
Lindsay's awesome.
Give her a little shout. Anybody you want to give a special shout out to? Any Mister?
No.
Slow it
My
down.
dogs.
That's a
Billie
different
Jean
show.
And Penny Lane.
Different
No,
show,
different
Paul.
show.
Different show.
Dude.
For those out there inquiring, no, I'm just,
Send your stars.
yeah, send
are-
your stars. Mary Cole don't play no games. Don't put
You
too much
are
on me, catch me.
crazy.
But Brandon, anything you want to say? 'Cause I know-
No, I think you guys did a great job explaining, your job and the things that you guys do. Not even your job, your passion. That's one of the things that you made, very I guess you guys explained and expressed that to me very well. I had a lot of questions. I got all of my questions out. You gave great answers. I like how you explained a lot of things. You had you have both sides. You play both sides. Pat, of course, you're just cool in the water, man.
Hey, no.
And I like that.
Pat, go get it.
Hey.
I'm not saying he
gonna tell
ain't.
you.
I think
This
he
is
is.
what I'ma tell you.
I'm just saying he's a cool
Well,
guy.
make sure you
What they
confident.
say? What they say? He's the other side of the pillow,
Man, he-
right?
Hey,
No, they say-
Pat, Pat not playing no games.
They say cool like the other
You
side of the
gonna make
pillow.
sure
Yeah.
if Pat know he, let's go. And
Yeah.
he giving you that
No,
look like,
for
no,
sure.
we're going. I'm looking at him like, man, I don't know. Hey, a couple of guys looking like, man, don't go. I was like, I don't want to. It's trial. I don't want to go.
But
I don't want to
he
pay.
handled that business.
Handled it.
Yeah.
Mary handles business. And what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not just saying that because I know them. What you want to know about an attorney, if they're going to conversate with you. Oh, shout out to Dan Zeit. He's
Love
another
Danny.
client.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to tell you.
Danny's like
Love
Dan
Danny
Zeit
Zeit.
is
100%.
another
Yeah.
person that's going to
Yeah.
talk to you. I'm just saying, somebody out there that is
Cares.
that cares and is going to sit down
And we'll run the trial.
and listen
He'll run
to
the
you.
trial, yeah.
You want to, and not going to be bullshitting you. You don't want to get these attorneys out here. I'm not going to even say no names. Don't get these attorneys playing games with your life. And you played games already. If you know, hey, look, go on there. Hey, look, I know I did what I did. I need the best way possible to come home or whatever. Find you somebody who's going to do that for you.
You know what, Pat? Do you have any type of political admirations that you want to do, or Mary, anything that you guys want to see? Because a lot of attorneys
Just couldn't help
strive for political stuff. I got to ask that.
Beyond zero. I
Okay,
love
no.
what I do.
Say nothing. Okay.
I-
What about
no.
you?
I had my time in politics.
Okay. You're not gonna go back?
I don't think so. I never had political ambitions at
Okay.
all. My election was my election, and I did the best I could, and I think I did it for the right reasons. Fought a good fight, but I'm happy where I'm at, and like,
Okay.
there's so many different ways to help a
need you
person.
here.
Yeah, I mean, like you can help as a prosecutor. Like it's harder to see that from this table. There's a lot of, because the reality is, us defense attorneys, the one thing we want is a fair prosecutor. They set the stage because sometimes
Yeah.
all we can do is beg. So, like, in a lot of ways, your prosecutor has the greatest capacity to really make sure justice happens because
Yeah,
they have more
absolutely.
control. But there's a lot of reward and fun on the defense side. And, like, I work with my best friend. I mean,
If you had
Yeah.
left, I'm keeping Pat. Go
I
ahead,
know.
Rob. Rob, you had a question?
Yeah.
Rob, you had a
It's not even a question. It was a statement because what he said,
Yeah.
what Mary said, was she said she had her political ambition. But the one thing I love about Mary, man, when she ran for what she ran
Right.
for, when it was over, she went right back to work.
Right. She didn't change up.
Back to work. I was
She was
working the
still
whole
working.
time.
Yeah, she was.
She was working.
The whole time.
She didn't
Two
even
states.
Wink, bro. She didn't even wink. She was like, well, back to work tomorrow. You know?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Nothing.
And that's what you want. You don't want no. I'm just saying for the people
Yeah.
out there. I'm not just trying to sell you on them. Go sit in the office and talk. to
Well,
them.
I am. I think they're
I'm-
great, and I ain't
I'm
even
not-
had.
We
I'm
had a
not-
lot of fun with you
No,
guys.
because here's the thing. I want you to be able to go through. I don't want nobody to go through what I went
I
through.
know. That's a traumatizing.
I'm dead serious.
It's traumatizing.
And I went through it again for my son. I'm not gonna say
Oh.
no fucking names, but what I'm saying, I'm dead serious. You know what I mean? You get find these nutcrackers, and then it's, hey, I got, you know, it's a bunch of bullshit. And they, you know,
Say less.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then,
In closing,
in closing,
We appreciate you guys. Thank
big
you for
shout out
having
to
We
us.
appreciate you
everybody.
guys.
Shout out to RF39 Productions.
Shout out-
Also, Sessions. Look it up. Robert Foster, Christina Foster got
Yeah.
Sessions. Also, Christina Foster. I don't know if you guys know, she's
We
a
do.
realtor.
I didn't know that. Wait,
Yeah,
Very
she's
good to
a
know.
All right,
she's
all
a
right.
realtor. She's a
Send her some
realtor now.
business.
Yeah,
Good
taking
for
care of
her.
business. Moving up like
Great
George and
photographer.
Wheezy.
Yeah.
Also, Brandon is taking big steps in what you doing.
yeah,
Brandon?
I'm shouting out Beatrice.
What?
For
Who's
the
Beatrice?
stars.
Somebody
Her name
tell
is
me?
her name is not Beatrice.
Her
Well,
name
then
is
what do you call her
Beatrice.
that?
Her name is Beatrice.
Well, that's what I
Her name
figured.
is,
You
her
guys are
name is
weird.
Beatrice.
Yeah, he said
But
Beatrice.
Beatrice for the stars. You know, ever since I see that comment, I'm gonna always
That's
say
her
that.
name though. She said, "I like Brandon." He says Beatrice.
Who's
Beatrice.
Her name is Beatrice.
She's a fan of the show.
Yay, good.
She's giving us stars today. She
Wonderful.
made us feel nice and welcome today. And
I love
she's
this.
she's always tuning in. So thank you, sharing the video, liking the video, engaging. That's what we like for the people that's tuning in.
and I
to the
appreciate
show.
you. You know what? I don't say it enough. I want to say it on here. I've asked you to come on and help me out. And I'm being serious. I've asked you to come out and help me. And without doubt, you say, you know, I got you.
Yeah,
I got your
you,
back.
man.
Also, I want to give everybody
$1,000. Like the kids say, what you want? $8,000.
I want to for next week's show. This is very,
Wait, who you
very
got?
special for me, right? Because the show is growing. I got a U.S. Somebody's going for U.S. Congress.
Yeah.
Charlie Kim. So here's the thing. The
I've
Real
met him. He's
Talk
nice.
Podcast is a platform for everyone. I just want to let everybody know that. I ain't Democrat. I ain't
I'm
Republican.
hard on people.
I'm not none of that. The whole reason I made this is so we can find out who people is. I want to know. I want to know who Mary is, where she come from. That's why I ask questions like, "What school did you go to?" I want to know
Yeah.
your background.
Right.
I want to know your credit score too. I know you got good credit. But anyway, but Pat also. I didn't know
Dude.
Pat. I met Pat through Mary. See what I'm saying? It takes some connection, and you know,
Networking.
yeah. And she said, "Hey, don't worry. This is what you want to hear, and this is what Lake County need. We need somebody you can trust. I'm not gonna say all attorneys are bad. Find you somebody for you and somebody who gonna work for you, and not juggle your ass. That's what I'm talking about. In closing, I love you.
We'll see you guys next week. Share the video, like the video,
That's right.
and never forget, stars are always welcome.
Yeah. So next week is gonna be real good, real good, real good.
Exciting.
U.S. Congress. I ain't never thought, man, we moving up like George and Rude. This ought to be fun. I'm studying hard. I'm out of here. Real Talk Podcast. We out of here. Peace.
Bye. Bye, guys.
The sun's out, la la, and it feels so good. La 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 la. On my side, la 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 la. And it feels so good. Let's go. La la.
Praying hands to the Father, oh, way too good to be bothered, oh, living life with no stress, yes, every minute's my best, yes, feel like I'm winning the lottery, buying my mama a house is harder than pottery, winning it just like I oughta be, things looking up, I'm living on the bright side, looking for that good life, everything is over.